We have sound. Can you hear us?
Sound?
Are we live?
Hey, we got a. There you go from Dovey.
Yay! Thanks, Tommy.
That's
Jim,
not going through.
We miss you.
For some reason, it had changed the input source.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Must have done it because
Checks out.
there was an
I think I
update
have to
today.
reload my
So
phone.
Cool. Yeah, we're obviously still getting the hang of
we need to redo the shout-outs and
Twitch.
stuff.
So, yes.
The paper said tech difficulties.
Tech difficulties.
It didn't come through.
Cool. So,
I was trying to.
actually, the first shout out was the fact that Dovey's not here and we were distracted and sidetracked. But hey, we've spent 10 minutes already.
missed you.
So, yes.
Piece of paper.
Yes. Also, we saved you a bit of pizza, Dovey.
It was a tiny mice pipes.
There you go, little tiny piece. That's yours, as is tradition. But yes, we give a shout out to Sirenscape for the amazing music, for just giving us something to use that isn't, free to use and takes forever to find through playlists. Shout out to the Incarnate, which is, we were holding up the map before. I don't know if we have to give them a shout out, but I use that for a lot of stuff. They're very handy in that. And also, I want to give a shout out to Bones, Boneyard Studios on Instagram. He did all the new artwork portraits for us. Loved his work. He is amazing. Actually, sounded like he was genuinely having fun doing D&D characters. So we'll probably be going back to him again. But it's nice to actually have proper pictures.
Might even get some of my other stuff commissioned through them because quality art, good stuff.
Yes, very good. So that's what we have just below me here, I believe. Flicking through at the moment.
There's artwork there.
But yes, and then we were working out where we had left off.
I was
Shit
clicking
went
hill
down.
giant brains off my hammer.
Shit went down.
Shit went down.
You,
We ran over sister. Boom, 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 because we placed them underneath.
That's right.
Are we remember short? No, don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. Just keep going.
Now I'm worried that there's somebody on Twitch that's just named Boneyard because it's highlighted that.
Oh no.
Some random person's gonna get tagged on Twitch. The fuck is this?
Help! Well, they can deal with it because I can't fix it.
It's just Twitch being Twitch. But yes, what are you all doing?
I'm passed out somewhere.
Yep.
I'm probably carrying them into the.
We're blooping.
I think that's what you were gonna. I think that's where we left
Yeah.
it. You were carrying him into the thing.
While still giant.
Oh yeah, because you grew last time.
I
for the
got
battle.
big.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Although I can only do it once a day.
That sounds like a problem.
Only
Some
once a day
performance
because I know. Look, it happens when you get older. Margrath's like 180.
Yeah, well. Still young.
But yes, Avalon sends his to two of his workers to sort of help move things out of the way and check on the bullets.
Yes, I would like to also help check on the bullets.
Okay.
Just, check them
One of them was wounded.
Uh-huh. Was it Archimedes or Christopherson?
Christopherson.
Can't remember which side it was,
It
but
was
yeah,
Christopherson, yeah.
Yeah.
pretty sure it was.
Because I said it was Archimedes, and he's like, no, it's Christopherson.
That's right, we were arguing about it.
And then I came in with the joke, well,
Yeah.
it looks like an Archimedes.
Seems unfazed. He's like, adorably, and but he does have a few bruises, and he is bleeding a little bit, so he probably do a bit of healing.
I am going to give him some bacon. Get
Some
Gaken.
bacon.
They get Gaken. Or nuggets, whichever one they prefer. I'm pretty sure we only have Gaken left.
Nuggets.
Nuggets, that's what they were.
Yes! Whichever ones were chewier, because they normally eat rock and stone and shit.
So,
if I
probably the
recall.
Gaken.
Probably the Gaken.
Probably the Gaken.
Yeah, that would have, for lack of a better term, framed up by
I'm
now.
not saying anything on
No.
that.
And you have housekeeping nuggets.
Yeah,
Nuggets.
nuggets.
Yeah, I'm not going to comment because mine went somewhere.
Oh, clearly. Enough said.
Always.
Yeah.
So yes, you
Not always.
Did he not, did Avalon not invite us back inside the
Yeah.
caravan last time as well?
Yes. Yeah. Afterwards, he's like, to them, bring them in.
Cool. Just so my brain was remembering the right thing.
Yeah, we just did him a service. There's no way he's going to kick us out.
Can you imagine?
Paying for the protection too.
That's right.
He's going to pay
Yes,
for
he
that.
did promise to pay you a bit for that. So, but yes, one of his staff does bring out like a potion, uses it like a salve, and starts helping fix up the bullet.
Poultice.
Yeah.
I pick up this one and just carefully put them down in the just past the doorway.
Yep.
And while still giant, I ask, is there anything else needing to be done while I'm still big?
If you could move that thing off the road so we can get around it, would be amazing. It is a little bit heavy for the rest of us.
Oh, damn.
It just rolls over.
Like Jello, just like...
Yeah.
I mean, hill giants be like that.
Oh.
Yeah. So you go like a full throwing motion, it just goes. Just rolls. Yeah, so he's like, well, once you shrink down again, you may come inside. We shall get underway, I guess, unless you have some reason to Mario noises.
Yeah.
Is there some reason you wish to tarry? We shall press on.
So yeah, I DM biggin. I had to say the most
My brain
complicated
took too
way.
long to comprehend that sentence.
That's why I said it that way.
Yeah, no, cool.
And I then load onto the carriage.
Yep.
I don't know why I said it like that.
His maid,
Yeah.
Lady
Audrey,
Audrey, that's right.
she comes out and offers healing. She patches you up, so you sort of come to consciousness. She fixes you up.
So are we all back to full health?
Well, it depends who needs healing. She's offering it to you.
I would love some. Yeah, would be
I'll
great.
take a bit.
Them first. For sure.
They need a nap. And then I go find somewhere to take a
You
nap.
get 15 points of healing back. You get 12 points back.
And I go take a nap.
Thanks for the 15, but I accept 5. Because that puts me at full health.
Cool. And she offers
Malcolm was
to
on
Malcolm. You're like, I'm fine.
Dummy asks if he needs the healings.
Shit, I think you did. No, actually,
Yeah, I think it was just these two getting
you were on full health.
Yeah.
In his defense, it was moving towards everybody but him, so he was hitting it with a crossbow instead.
I hit the
Fair,
crossbow.
fair.
I got hit by a rock in the face.
Yeah, Celine just sort of takes a seat and just sort of watches what's going on. She's,
She's probably just staring at Avalon. Okay.
I mean, probably that too, yeah.
I got you, baby. Don't worry.
Yes. But after, say, 10 minutes or so, the other servants come back inside. One of them goes up through towards the front, and then you feel the carriage get underway again. Avalon's the last person. He sort of steps up onto the carriage as it starts moving and shuts the door behind him.
I'm assuming there'd be mirrors in this place.
Yeah, there's at least a full framed mirror hanging up in sort of the common area.
So would I catch a glimpse of myself in passing then?
Probably. Depends on which side, I guess. Because you might not be able to see it from the left.
Or walking in or walking out, I guess I would see it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Do you make that noise?
A little bit.
Fair enough.
Is that because your character hasn't seen their scarred eye yet?
Yeah.
Oh, whoa, okay.
To which Margaret will probably, eyes closed and everything, just be all, it's not that bad. Could be worse, could look like my leg.
To be fair, you did have an offer to fix that a few times. You're actively choosing to leave it broken.
It's
Just
some chunks missing. Healing will, your lay on hands will not fix that.
He had the broken part fixed.
Oh, that's right, yeah. It doesn't look that bad.
It'll look better once they can find a druid or something.
How I imagine it. Has anybody seen House where they show he's got that
Yeah,
chunk of missing
the
muscle in his
yeah,
leg?
Yeah.
That's how I imagine it.
Yeah,
That's a little bit it.
Is that why he still limps? Yeah, cool.
Cool.
And is kind of using the shingo to help complete his leg.
Well, Avalon, he goes in, he sits down on his sort of, high-backed chair. It's like, well, make yourselves comfortable. It'll be a several-hour drive.
Already have.
Indeed. It'll be a several-hour journey until we arrive in the town of Avia.
Would it be long enough for me to have a long rest?
Yes.
Sweet.
Hell yeah.
So you just
Dwarf gonna do that.
I imagine it's one of those like those military techniques you see
Well,
where people
yeah,
just
one of
like
those-
can sleep literally anywhere, just immediately goes to sleep.
One of my aunts does that every time she travels in the car. She's asleep. She can't stay. She's like, I'm asleep. Good night.
Did you have that note in your case?
Yeah.
Pretty much I just put the backpack in a nice spot, put the shield in a nice spot, put the hammer in a nice spot, lean back, do that, hood up.
Now, Mr. Avalon, you said you were a shop of sorts, yes?
Indeed. This whole caravan is my place of business as well as my home. It's Avalon's Mythical Emporium. I trade and deliver goods. I can acquire interesting merchandise. And yes, if you need it, either if I haven't got it, I can get it.
You wouldn't happen to sell any eyewear by chance, would you?
I think perhaps I can accommodate you. What exactly are you looking for?
I basically described the glasses that are
You
got
like-
in the other room.
Something I can cover?
I'll see if they're easy to grab.
Yeah. Yes, I think I can definitely work that out.
Bullshit that I've lost.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anything else anyone else would require?
Now I'm trying to think. I'm running the blank at the moment. I, the player, am like, I don't know.
Snores loudly.
See, yeah, basically.
Yeah. So yeah, I can probably find something like that. He sort of just like off to one side and then just continues on.
Yep. How much will that set me back?
For just some eyewear after helping deal with that beast, I think I can throw you a pair of those free of charge.
Much appreciated. I'm not the only one.
Am I the only one here whose phone is on silent?
It wasn't my phone, it was my tablet.
No, I'm good.
Everything's been off for 2 weeks. It's
Do
like,
you
there's
happen
also...
to have a bag that holds lots of things?
Like a bag of holding.
If that's what it's called, yes.
I can indeed acquire one of them.
I would love one. Because now with little one here, it's going to take a lot more to carry things. And he can hold it. Have you got a bag that he can hold?
I'm sure we can.
Oh my
Fine, he's like-
one of those communities that just...
This starts sort of like stroking his beard. He's like, perhaps we can fashion something. Yes, I think that can be done.
Saddlebag of holding.
tail
Oh my God,
tail
yes.
pouches. It's the cutest thing ever.
Well, I do have a few things here you may be interested in. Perhaps instead of monetary payments, I can sell you some more fantastical goods at a bit of a cheaper price.
Like what?
Well, and just as he sort of says that, one of the guys comes in.
With the tray full of items.
It's a parcel
Hell yeah.
with a rod sticking out.
One of those trolleys that
Yeah.
like airport stuff. Or something.
Anything from the trolley, dears?
Yeah, and then yeah, he sort of comes up next to him, places it down, and he spreads it out on the table before him. He sort of waits till you're all. There is a rolled up bit of fabric and leather, quite a hefty bundle, sort of a dark green colour, bits of leather and straps and stuff. He puts that to one side. There is a small stick, like that big,
Small stick.
that he just puts down. He puts down a couple of potions, which you can tell by the vials, sort of styles. A couple of spell scrolls, and then lays the staff down flat. So these are the current spare goods that I can offer. And for you lot, I would do a discounted price. If you include the price of paying for you for this
What are you attacking?
protection, then perhaps I can do a better deal when we arrive in New Zephyrus.
Okay, 2 things. First one, what's with the fabric? And second one, what's the tiny stick all about?
Because this cloak is a cloak of protection.
Yes.
It requires a little bit of practice using, but it makes you sturdier.
We do love that. Okay. What about the stick?
This, also this ingenious device, is a pole of collapsing.
Oh no.
And he flicks a little switch on it and it basically extends out to be a full-size
love these
quarterstaff.
things so much. Oh no.
I have some potions of healing. I can, this big one right here, and he switches one of them, is a potion of greater healing.
Oh, okay.
I have some spell scrolls. I'm pretty sure these ones are just for sleep. A little bit of a deal that didn't quite pan out. They've given me a couple of extra. And this is the expensive piece I have at the moment, the Staff of the Adder.
Which does what?
No, I'm not entirely sure. I think it either strikes poison into someone or it turns into a snake and strikes poison at someone. I'm not sure. I've not
Ooh, I'm not a fan of snakes. Oh, no
I've
thank you.
not used it myself.
Well, is there anything anyone is particularly keen on from this? Because I've got 2 that I really want.
Margaret's snoring.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I would love to take a closer look at the small stick, which I know is the collapsible
Yep.
rod.
It only takes the thing, shows you how to collapse it down and hands it to you.
Oh, I'm not good with buttons.
it's like a latch, and you just sort of flick it, and then you press that switch, and it just extends out.
Why am I now picturing you poking your eyes several times?
Well, because she's proven to not be good at using anything that has mechanics with it. That's why.
You'll join the Damaged Eye Club. You've got Margaret, who's got scars around you. You've got this one who's practically missing an eye. And you will be missing an eye. Just be like, ah!
I was trying to think of what, because there's a lot that you can do with a movable rod. It's just whether my character would do a lot with a movable rod.
It's a collapsing rod.
That's the one. Cool.
As soon as he says the thing about the missing eye, I'll turn around and put the glasses on.
Yeah, I was going to say, while this conversation was happening, the other guy comes out and he gives you pair of glasses. You can see where the arms were made to fit someone with different ears. He's actually, like, broken them off,
Yep.
and it's just enough to, like, hold on.
Okay, so the cloak in particular, what would that do? I know it's cloak of protection.
Cloak of protection, it just gives you a +1 to your AC.
Okay, well I've already got a decent AC, so if anyone doesn't have a great AC and would like an extra +1, you're a slave. I don't know
If
what-
Dovey is still watching, let me know if Celine is interested in a cloak of protection or any of these items.
A cloak, you say?
You know who can do it.
We've said
Letter
it
race.
multiple times.
Sorry, I was listening to jokes and then
Oh,
I tuned out
okay.
because there was jokes. So.
Fair, fair. And so the spell scrolls are what? Sleep and...
Just sleep at the
Just
moment.
sleep.
He's got a couple of them.
Okay.
Sleep, and sleep, and sleep again.
Well, I'll definitely take the small stick. What do you want for it?
That would normally be about 100 gold pieces, but taking off the cost of the service you've done, I would sell it for 50.
Oh, fuck. I don't know that.
Because if you wish to put your name on it, and once we complete our journey to New Zephyrus, then I will count that toward your payment for services.
We'll do that. I would like that. Thank you. Because I
Fire.
have 50. Yes.
I'll toss you a leather pouch.
She doesn't catch it, but she picks it up off the ground.
Does she even
Well,
attempt
she's
it?
really good at dexterity. Okay, she catches it, but she kind of fumbles it a little bit.
Within it is 50 gold.
I couldn't. Are you sure?
Positive.
Oh, I appreciate that.
I can get more when I get to Belton.
Well, I'm going to talk to you about that later. Here you go.
Oh, well, he takes it and sort of has a look at the side, and then he hands you a bundled up cloak. Hands you the stick, sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say, no, I paid for the wrong thing.
I got a stick now. Now I can really stick it to
So
him.
yes, it is the actual pole of collapsing.
Thank you.
I think it's in the Xanathars, I think that one is.
I think it is, yeah.
Delightful. Just have a look.
But yourself, madam.
I'm fine on that part, but you wouldn't happen to have messenger birds on board, would you?
This is not something I carry. I can acquire one when we arrive in Avia, when at our destination.
Oh, that's alright, I'll send it when we get there.
Understood. He just looks over at you and just like,
How much would you want for the cloak?
oh, that one is quite a pricey bit of fabric. Normally I would sell it for about 800 gold. Say maybe 400.
He's regretting not looting that ship now.
You're like, I could have had money.
He could have had so much money.
I could perhaps discount it further for you if you wish to continue this job all the way to New Zephyrus, and then perhaps we can renegotiate.
Sure.
Just looked at the door, he's snoring. Just...
Have you got a sock that we can put in his mouth, please? Clean or not, I don't care.
Well, he bundles it all back up and puts it to one side. Well, make yourselves at home, get comfortable, and yes, I shall awaken you when we arrive at Avia.
Now, what is happening with that bag of holding? Was it the stick that I got instead of the bag of holding? Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what Fire's going to be doing. Probably just chilling out with a little drink.
Yes, it basically leads you to like the common room area, just lets you guys, have your time to relax and whatnot. One of the assistants rips up, Roger. He's like drinks, refreshments, food.
Some water would be good, please.
Does some runs back and forth every now and then and brings you guys drinks and stuff.
Oh, champion. I love him.
I
Best
get a
character.
long rest.
Yeah.
I will be drinking some fine wine.
Okay.
I've never had
Yes, you
wine.
would.
Why? Does it taste bitter? Does it taste bitter or sweet?
Depends on the vintage.
What's a vintage? She looks genuine. She's like, what? She has no idea. Dobie, did you want an item?
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you want one?
You have to give it a minute for him to actually hear the audio.
Yeah. Because I asked him before.
May not have been available to hear it.
There were some potions, some spell scrolls of sleep. There's a staff of the adder, which you probably can't afford, but you can put your name down for it. And if you were interested, he might be able to acquire you another cloak of protection.
That is a monster. What are you doing? Bloop, 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 bloop. That's literally what Fire's doing with that drink.
So the cloak, all right.
Yeah.
He's like, he says, since they are quite expensive, he will work at acquiring another one, so you can both work out a deal when you get to where you're going.
Good thing Margaret's asleep, because he would have suggested fighting for it. Cage match.
Cage match to the death.
No, we're not savages. Until one gives up.
But yes, he leaves you guys to it to do what you wish.
Yeah. During the travel, I'll go into a spiel about what I know on wines, which probably isn't a lot.
But you make it sound like you know a lot. Yeah.
Dribble on a bunch of shit.
Listening with great intent.
Like
She believes
most
every word that
wine
you say.
taste experts, they're
Yeah.
making shit up.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if you swell the glass counterclockwise, no one cares.
That's how you can ensure you get the most oxidants where they need to be.
No offense to any wine connoisseurs watching.
But you're bullshit. That's my opinion, not the tables.
Yes, you do get enough time for a rest.
Sweet. I can embiggen.
I'm trying to teach the Drake to sit and stay, so you just see Fire just be like, sit. And stay. She turns around and the Drake just follows her. She's
Yeah.
like, no, I told you to stay. Oh, Selena asks if Fire has a name for the Drake. She kind of just shrugs and goes, haven't thought of one yet. Nothing's really sticking out yet. I could call him Stick. That might get a bit confusing though. Have you got any recommendations?
Scrungles.
Scrumbles. Tim. I'm not calling the Drake Tim.
Tim Drake.
I imagine Sleeves and said, like, put on the spot. You got any ideas? Like, Tim.
Or Nathan.
Or Nathan.
No. That's a hard pass. Sorry.
I get the references, Dubby. The references are great.
I get
Thank
them,
you.
but I don't want them.
What about O Malfoy?
No.
Oh, no, that's
No.
worse.
No. Weesh. Yeah, Fire will be trying to train him for a couple hours and then
Yep.
get some rest after that.
I get a long rest so I can embiggen.
Which I believe one of the cool perks of being a Drake Warden was that Fire now knows how to speak Draconic as well because of the Drake itself.
Because of the bond.
So
yeah,
now she's
that's
just
cool.
speaking Draconic every so often, just out of nowhere. I don't know what
Margaret
that
will
sounds
actually
like.
wake up at
Is
that.
it you can speak Draconic or it can just understand your languages?
I guess it's a little bit of both. I don't know.
I don't know, I haven't read up on
I'm
them.
gonna have to
so-
double check it. And feel free to correct me, anyone, but I'll have a look.
Not that it's important, I'm just...
Oh, it's so important.
It's important to me!
What do you mean it's not important? Drake Warden.
You said Drake Warden? That is... Bard, Hopperlight, Oath...
Because you could be speaking common to it, and it understands you, where someone else could speak common to it, and it
Oh.
might not understand them.
Okay, fair.
Type
Maybe,
of thing,
maybe that's
right.
what it was. Let me have a look.
It's
No,
not in Tasha's, it's in
Tongue of
Fizban's.
Dragons. You learn to speak, read, and write Draconic or one other language of your choice.
Yeah.
And I also know Thaumaturgy.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So
I need to
if
write
you...
that down here.
So is your character actually going to speak Draconic?
My character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Margaret wakes up at that
Oh shit!
cold sweat.
Don't kill me.
Oh boy.
Just,
It's just like the odd word here or there.
and
It's
I-
not like it's not like full Draconic sentence. It's just like a couple of phrases here and there.
And I can
So-
understand what you're saying too.
Oh shit! Well, she's basically just trying to use the word "sit" and "stay" in Draconic.
I know one of those words.
Was it "sit" or "stay"?
I'm not sure what the word actually means.
Oh
But I
well.
know the word.
So
Well, I was
I'm
saying
assuming
sit and stay.
hours later we just get there.
Sort of.
Oh crap. Sort of is never good.
Please, just... While I'm sleeping, don't use that tongue.
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 Yeah.
Well, I've only got one tongue.
Don't speak that language while I'm sleeping.
I'm so tempted to say something in Draconic now.
Okay, only if you tell me why.
It's already got trust issues against me though.
Have you encountered a dragon before, besides, little schmuggles there?
Would I have? No. No.
Then you wouldn't get it.
Well, I won't get it if you don't explain it, though.
She's got a point.
Thank you.
Sorry, I was laughing at Dummy's comment. What that tongue do?
You'll have to find out. No. Anyway.
Just brings up bad memories
Oh, like war memories. Or before the war memories.
after the war memories.
Well, that's pretty bad. Alright, well, But only when you're sleeping, I'm not allowed to. But when you're awake, it's okay.
Yeah, I can see that it's you saying
I
it.
guess.
You're not a threat. But while I'm asleep, I can't quite realize it's you saying it.
Right. Does that mean I have to keep my Drake away from you when you're asleep too?
I don't know.
I'm going to take that as a yes.
I figured it'd probably just snuggle up with you.
Well, you're absolutely right, but it is still a baby. It's a baby. I'll say that as many times as I need to.
It's a baby for another 2 days.
But you're awake now, right? So I can keep talking in Draconic.
I guess so.
Cool! She keeps talking in Draconic, telling it to sit and stay. She's just training it. We're using our nuggets to try and train it.
Avalon actually comes in and he goes, no, it's pronounced like this, and he teaches you a pronunciation.
Incredible!
And then he says, and also the Draconic word, most with sit and stay, is it's a different command that they would understand, and he actually teaches you a better word for it, which I think would probably translate to
Halt.
halt, or like wait until commanded sort of thing.
Oh, cool. Fire is just immersed in their teachings. She's like, oh, right, and then she's practicing it, and you can. I guess the Drake would just be like, "What the fuck is happening, guys?
What's
Like,
going on?
I was just learning,
Daddy. I'm too young for this.
Daddy.
Are you my
No,
new daddy?
no.
But then he's like, anyway, because you've been down here for a few hours, I thought you might like to know we're almost there. If anyone would like to see the city on the rise,
On.
approaching, cresting the hill as we approach.
Oh, right. Well, yes.
Well then, he yes, come with me, and he takes you to up the stairs to the first floor above the main level, and to the front where there is like an area you can, at least a small enough window you can sort of see out where the front of where the carriage is going.
Right.
And there is a hill in the distance with a very tall structure on it. So the city of Avia is built on top of a natural rock formation. So it's like a rock formation and then a city.
Oh, cool.
Top of that. And it's all walled. Got high walls right around.
Uh-huh.
And you can see there's a couple of spots where water is like a lake running through the middle of the rock.
Mhm.
It's like the one sort of different spot as it passes through.
Cool.
And the wagon sort of comes around the long way following the road, has to go to the west a little bit to sort of head towards where the bridge is.
Cool. Forgive me,
Over
what
river.
city was this again?
Avia.
Avia. Right, cool. Yeah.
And you see on the high walls are made of wood, very thick, dense logs of wood. You see, as you get closer, it looks like there's arrows and javelins and spears and all sorts of things of varying sizes sticking out of it. And the more to the side that the caravan sort of heads and you get closer, they get more and more frequent as you head around.
Okay. Bizarre. Is that normal?
Oh, out here, yes, very much so. But I suppose I'm as good a person as any to welcome you to Avia, the city of wood, as they would like it to be called, but the rest of us refer to it as the city of graves.
Why?
It's full of graves.
Is this where all the dead people get sent?
In a sense. Ask around, perhaps they will tell you the story.
Oh, dear.
Do I know the story? Would I know a story?
Roll a history. See if you've headed out this way before. This is a fairly new
Yeah, you did say it was
city
new.
compared to when you were down this way, so...
17.
17? You've heard of it. You've heard the legend. There's supposed to be, well, there's rumoured to be catacombs beneath the city.
I haven't been here before, have I?
I don't think so.
You know, about 100 years ago.
Well, no. You're not exactly sure how close this is to that area, but you don't, like, yeah, you're pretty certain those things are linked, but maybe? Who knows? It is a legend.
You're doing a lot of cold sweating lately. Are you alright? Did you become ill or something?
I might have been here before about 100 years
Have
ago.
I been here before? Performed any burials or anything?
Was it something
Yes,
to do with when
actually,
you grow big, you just
yeah.
become really sick
Roll a
afterwards?
religion for me.
No. So remember how I said I was in the war?
I could not forget if I tried.
That's only an 11.
You talk about it a lot.
11?
I mean, you lived through a historical
You had
event. You
been
tend to
down
talk
this
about
way.
it.
There were some
That's fair.
deaths,
I've not lived that long.
but they were farmers and stuff outside the
I
city,
can't
so you
even
don't know much
remember
about
if
the
you
actual
can do.
inner city itself. You just know that that's
Not
you've heard that rumor before. That
Really,
mentioned.
I don't think.
So I'm picturing something like that.
More or less, yeah. Probably not quite as big a like towers, but yeah.
That's okay. When you're done, I promise to take care of your drink.
What?
The whole you don't live as long as I do. I promise to take care of your drink when you're gone. When it happens.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't know what you're on about anymore.
I don't think he knows what he's on about. half
I
the time.
don't think any of us know what anyone's on about.
Having a senior moment.
Back in my day.
Just let him have it, he's old. Just leave him to it.
We're only in trouble if the tongue starts speaking. And only if they start speaking Dwarvish.
Oh, fair. Okay, let's not have that happen. So, did you travel here specifically for something, or is it just passing through?
Well, in my trade, I will set up here for a couple of days, sell things, pass on, trade things, take new requests, and then head on to my main destination, which is New Zephyr's currently.
Right.
So, the catacombs underneath. You know about them, yeah?
I only rumor and hearsay.
Some kind of elf rumor has it.
Sorry, it's just thinking about things and maybe two things are connected. I was hoping you might know more, but seems like you don't. Oh well, you just have to ask the locals.
Speaking of, have you traveled to
He just gives a chuckle.
Have you traveled to this town before?
Yes, of
And
course.
do you recommend specific people we should go and talk to?
Well, actually, the mayor is quite lovely. You should,
The mayor? Oh, we get to go talk to the mayor.
you should speak with her. Miss Cedar Hill.
Spelled like
She's-
cedar and hill.
Cedar Heel.
Heel. Oh, okay.
She lives at, I forget what they call it, whatever passes for a castle or a mayor's
Like a
manor in
mansion.
this place. Yes,
Cool.
something like that. It has a interesting name.
Interesting as in interesting good, or interesting like spooky?
Yes.
She does the
Do I know what they call it?
Roll a no history. How good your memory is.
13. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
13.
Ha, 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 ha. Thank you, Umber. Cedar, I hardly know her. Please.
That's gonna make that way more awkward when you meet her.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yes, no. You remember it did have a weird themed kind of name, but you can't remember what it
For
is.
some reason I'm thinking the mausoleum.
That's terrifying.
Probably. I mean, if you looked at the map, that would be a pretty good hint.
I haven't looked at the map.
You printed it for me.
I printed it. I didn't look at it.
That map?
Sounds like
Yes.
a you problem.
Not this one.
But yes, the caravan sort of heads to the
I did. Just.
the west and head in. It crosses a river into
Different map.
sort of like a shanty town. There's a few buildings and stuff there. There's obviously more like farmhouses and that. Then it goes up a ramp into the main city itself.
So, aside from burying dead people, what is this town good for?
Oh yes, of course. They call it the City of Wood, as you can tell. And if you look around, like, the walls themselves, like I said, are made of huge. Like, imagine cutting down those massive redwoods and then using them to build walls out of. That's the kind of wood
It's
they've used for this.
right on the edge of the forest.
So yes, their main import-export is logging. So the houses are all decorated, beautifully carved wooden buildings with stone fixtures and things, but just
they've already heard the got wood joke multiple
probably,
times.
yeah.
Cool. Okay, don't use that joke.
But just like, have you got wood? Everyone just goes, yes! Yes, we do, in abundance!
We can share.
Would you like some?
Would you like some?
Here, free sample.
Then you'll get that one drunk guy at the bar. I'll give you some wood.
Oh,
So yeah, basically it's
started it.
beautifully carved buildings, wooden longhouses, very decorative. It's basically, you see a whole bunch of different kinds of architecture and artistry using wood on display in the whole city.
Cool.
There are like, the signposts are all carved out of wood, there's art carvings and things around. People have taken great lengths to paint them and make them look nice and stuff. And yeah, like it all looks quite new and modern and very well upkept compared to the walls, which were covered in spears and spikes and arrows and things. So,
What's the deal with the arrows and spears?
well, Avia is a relatively new city and it's rather far north, so they get a lot of bandits.
Oh, that sounds like a problem.
It is.
I should hire some people to deal with that.
When he says bandits, is he talking about northerners?
You might get that impression. Roll an insight.
Wow, these dice are rolling bad tonight. That's a no.
No? That's a no. You got no idea. You're like, Southerners.
Easterners.
Easterners. Wait, that's us. Shit.
Old worlders.
Yes. They have been dealt with. They do have their own standing militia, I believe. Again,
Ask this to Daryl.
you may need to ask more of the locals about that. They have their own call to arms sort of thing.
Dobie says don't blame the dice garden.
What?
Don't blame the dice garden.
Wait, oh,
I haven't rolled over a 10 yet.
Let's roll a deception for that.
that's rough. If you like, yeah. So you know what you get.
Deception? At this table?
22.
Yeah.
I rolled a 17.
Well done.
Damn it.
Yeah, you're pretty comfortable that nobody notices. Yes, they do have their own local militia. They do fight them off. They have requested aid several times. But the problem with the north, of course, is the mountain range is not easy to pass or send an army over to find out why and how, and it's an ongoing thing. There's only so much that can be done, even by those who can fly.
That sounded very specific.
I'm just saying it's hard to get over the mountains, and there's not enough of them. It's...
Right, I thought you had a person in mind, which is why. Okay, don't worry about
Oh,
it.
those mountains, they're easy to get over.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Just like catapult yourself over
You
one?
don't go through, you don't go over, you don't go under, you go through the mountain.
Just juggernaut through them, it's fine.
Secret tunnel.
Well,
You can't go over the mountains.
Give them a few hundred years, I'm sure they'll manage it.
as well, this has all been delightful, but I will have work to do and set up. It is it's probably early morning now, actually.
Do you need help setting up, or like drawing people in, or
I-
taking crowds?
As I said, I do appreciate the offer, but I have my own crew for this. We're very well practiced.
Right.
But you should perhaps find a place to stay for the next couple of days. It'll be at least 2 to 3 days before I'm ready to head to the next town, so you'll have free reign of the place.
Well, aren't we your escort, which you don't necessarily need us, well, now, because you're in a safe place.
thought we
So
were
wouldn't we be
champions.
able to bunk in the caravan?
I'm afraid once I open this place up for business, there will not be as much room.
I don't take up much room.
Let's not
It
push
might
our
be
luck.
difficult to find
Let's not
any-
push our luck with the lovely lion man.
I have to
Okay.
roll my eyes. Not that anyone can see because I'm wearing the glasses.
I would suggest...
After, straight face for a couple of awkward seconds.
I have a
was like,
better question.
I'm just joshing with you. We'll find a tavern or something.
On that line, though, is there a tavern or somewhere you would recommend?
Well, there's a couple, if memory serves. He turns to Roger. It's like, which ones were there in this city? It's like, of course, sir. If you're after something a little bit nicer, a bit more posh, there is the Golden Sapling.
Well, I guess we know where to find the sister.
What's that?
I guess we know where to find the sister.
What?
Everybody else.
You're making some big assumptions there, man.
Just drinking
what
wine on the
what
thing.
if we're poor?
If you're poor, there is the more public barracks known as the Gravestone.
That sounds terrifying.
Delightful.
It's not as bad as it seems, but it's a bit more public. Yes, one is in Redview, the other is in Elm Place, so it should be quite easy to find.
Which-
Joke's on you, Toby. If this is a city of graves, there's going to be a church here and I can stay there for free, so...
Oh well, I guess we know where to find the sister.
Toby wants to know if there's anything in the middle.
In the middle,
In the middle, like expensive or cheap. Is there like a middle ground for the taverns and the lodgings?
he said, well, I didn't mean to assume, but the Golden Sapling is sort of the middle ground.
Right. So what's the best one then?
You would be going to stay at the Mausoleum with the mayor.
I could swindle my way in.
Swindle my way in.
The guy's like, fair enough.
Alright, so we've got top tier, mid tier, and poor tier.
Oh.
Basically, we've got a top and a bottom and a middle. Okay.
But Evelyn interjects, and just like, well, I do suggest while you were here, you perhaps find some work or something, earn some coin if you want to purchase any more goods.
So what was the name of the... slums?
Yes.
The Slum Tavern.
Yeah.
It's the gravestone, I thought.
The Gravestone,
To,
yeah. Elm... No.
Elmwood.
Yeah, Elm Place is the area. Are you gonna actually, like...
Look around for one? Yeah.
Okay. Well, from memory, that would be more the barracks you'd be looking at.
I head immediately towards the barracks then.
So he was like, alright, I'm out, and just leave.
I'll be at or around or near the barracks.
Where are they?
The poor section.
And he just like...
And I just pretty much point
walks
straight.
there.
And I imagine it's probably right near where all the arrows are.
But yeah.
The poor section. The section most likely to get hit by a stray arrow.
Evelyn just laughs. It's like, well, where we are is in the center of town. This is the open district. You'll notice by the water feature. And there's a big wooden and stone, big fucking statue with water in the center. Other than that, it's a big open square. And there's another walled off section. Sort of just north of that. Because that's the mayor's place. And if you go follow in Redview off in this direction, so gestures over his shoulder, you'll find the markets. That's where we'll be set up.
Good to know!
He didn't hear me at all, did he?
Oh shit! I forgot you started walking off. Ah, Jesus.
He actually like turns to Celine as like, strange company you keep.
I'm right here. Fire is right there still.
I was
Like,
gonna say like you two are the closest, but he just sort of smiles.
we're right here.
Cool.
No.
Malgrim will just
agreed.
add in beggars can't be choosers.
Fire's gonna go stand over. What is your character's name again? I'm so sorry.
Morgrim.
Morgan.
Mal-
Okay.
Malgrim.
Malgrim? Okay.
There's Malgrim and Margrath.
That's why I'm getting
That's
confused.
because that's not going to be confusing.
Mal and Morgan, that's how I'm gonna remember.
Where Eminem?
Oh god, don't confuse me further. But yeah,
Would Avalon have picked up anything
Would.
with regards to Malgrim and their location?
I don't know. Did he?
Well, I'm not gonna find it.
As you said, do you want to roll on inside or?
No, I'll be fine.
Cool. He hasn't like said anything or done anything that would suggest
seem the
otherwise.
sort
So.
that would say anything, though.
Well, Fire's gonna walk over to email them and just be like,
No.
If you want to just text me any questions or anything you want to give him, Darby, we can work that out while they do what they're doing.
hell yeah.
Darby plays by text.
Yeah.
So, W is going to stay.
Celine has said to... she's going to hang back and she'll catch up.
Okay. Well, I have some business to take care of at the local chapel.
Why has everyone gotten so mysterious as soon as we get to this town?
I go from chapel to chapel. How's that mysterious?
You can follow me if you like! Oh my god, how are you still hearing us?
He's not, he's just totally guessing where the conversation's going.
If anyone would like to follow! Okay.
Besides, they may have needed my services the next couple of days. It's always an easy way to make some cash.
The sister's probably going to go where sisters go! The chapel!
And if not, I can always check on the dwarf to make sure he's still kicking, unfortunately, afterwards.
With that leg, if he's kicking, I'd be concerned. Or impressed, probably a bit of both.
Hard
You
to say.
heard nothing.
I know.
Just... Malgrim, where are you gonna go? Oh god, okay. Fire's just gonna start walking in any direction. She's gonna do the whole, like, picking a direction and just going that
Yeah.
way.
You're welcome to come with me if you'd like.
I don't think I'm... Would I be welcome in a church?
They're a bit stuffy.
Probably don't want to go anywhere!
Yes!
Allow the drink!
Who are you saying yes to?
Darby,
Right.
I love this idea. Can I get somebody to roll a d20 for Celine, please? I'm not going to tell you what for.
It is 17.
17, that's pretty good, I believe.
Oh no.
Alright, we'll keep that in mind.
I can
Why were we rolling for Celine?
get a d20. I have to be a specific Celine.
Well,
Dice.
I've got 4 different sets. Hang on.
Fabs.
She can have the really...
I don't know, do you want to just take the 17? That was a pretty good roll.
Here we go.
You can have a shiny
Thanks,
green
Glenn.
gold medal one.
I've got the cool carousel one, which was like all the pretty purples and yellows and
That's
blues.
I was going to say, it's already been rolled 17, that's fine.
No, that's fine. But we've
Yeah,
got,
but they-
we've got a
we've got
designated
Celine
Celine dice now.
Okay, alright, cool. But yes, Celine's like, I would like to just hide back and have a word with our lovely provider. I will catch up with you specifically.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the sister because wait, sister, is my Drake allowed in the chapel?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna go with you. So we'll take us then. Just in the background, like we're just hearing like this. Okay.
He's pretending to walk off. He just keeps walking around the caravan corners like,
Like
are you
doing
coming?
laps.
Walks off. You sure about that? Walks off. Oh, come on now. Walks off.
Pretty sure I'm just disturbed. So I like to think there's somebody who's trying to have a copy, and just every now and then the dwarf nearby is just like, "Is anybody following?" He's like, "Fuck!" God.
Just
And
one of
then,
those
it's,
things.
and then it's long enough that he's like, "Okay, I pour myself
And then,
another
like,
coffee. I'm gonna
yeah.
start." Damn it, taking the fucking Jesus!
Also, just holding off for like 2 minutes, and then we've all dispersed, and you're like, anybody? Oh, they're gone.
I guess they're all gone then. And the guy who's completely covered in his own coffee now, he's like, "Good."
Rolls up his sleeves like, bitch, you better leave.
And what about you, Margaret?
You could come and hang out with the Drake if you want. It like starts panting happily at you. It's like, because it watched. What were they called? What were the creatures pulling the cart called?
Bullets.
Yeah, it's basically learned from the bullets. So now it acts like a bullet at the moment.
That's adorable and horribly dangerous. It shouldn't put into bullets.
Well,
I mean, he's got nothing better to do, so he'll just follow anyway.
And you all leave the dwarf to get in trouble?
the dwarf does that on his own. He doesn't need our help.
That's got a point.
Yeah.
He has yet to do that.
I have a lot of points tonight.
Alright, I guess we're going for the chapel.
Okay, not what I expected, but
Surprise!
this is why we play this game.
Harold, you should know by now that having expectations with this group
Yeah,
is a bad
yeah.
idea.
I'm also surprised you have any expectations. We've never played a D&D game together.
Expect to be disappointed and you never will be.
Yeah, okay.
Expect to be disappointed. Or you will be, I don't know. Woohoo! So Sorry.
All I saw was whoa.
it's just what Tommy just sent me. But yes,
Celine's getting down.
Ooh.
she would like to, but no, that's not what she had back.
R.I.P.
Yes.
Margrass assumed that's what was
It's
going to be
not
happening.
far off of the. He drops you off at the centre sort of courtyard of the city. It's not far off from there. You can see the church. Like,
Yeah.
It's not far from there. So. Yeah. You find the church. This one is a church to. Fextress.
It's still run by the order, though, right?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
This is just a local church.
No worries. I will greet whoever's attending.
Yeah, there is a. Fextress. In charge of Fextress. I'm going to say a minotaur.
Yay!
Amazing.
In the dark robes with the black and green sort of things, but he comes up and welcomes you as you enter. He says, sister, fellow of faith, how may I assist you and your compatriots this day?
They're so kind.
Just passing through town. Be here for a couple of days, maybe 3. Just wondering if you might need any funeral services.
You've come to offer on behalf of the goddess, above all, I understand?
Yes.
Excellent. There are some of the farmers who could perhaps inclined to take you up on that.
I started to the bottom.
I'm more than happy to pass things if you'd like. Just ask.
Might as well keep it so you can put up a sponsor or something.
Yes, we shall see about that.
And any chance that you might have spare lodgings?
I perhaps have a spare room for one, perhaps 2 of you. I don't have a place to... He looks down at the Drake and sort of like smiles, but I unfortunately do not have a place for pets.
That's right. I'm used to not having proper lodgings anyway. She doesn't even really sound disheartened by it. It's just like, it's like water off a duck's back. She's like, I'm used to not having Spain.
I'm so glad Margrath isn't there, because he would have made a comment and was like, that's not nice.
Yeah.
Points at the husky
He's not a
boy.
pet! He's family!
It's like, that's not nice, points at the husky boy. They're people too!
It's just a donkey!
Well, I imagine I can
He's just a
arrange.
dog kid.
Sorry. That was funny though.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Someone had to do it.
And who better to be that someone than you?
Yes, perhaps there are some other...
I imagine I can arrange lodgings for my fellow travellers at the local establishments.
Yes, there are a couple of well-known places one can acquire bedding.
We've been recommended the Golden Sapling.
Yes, as they would have you believe, the greatest tavern in Avia.
Well, no, they said it was like the middle version.
He sort of smiles like it's the only one that is genuinely a tavern. The others do provide lodgings, but they're mostly about other services. We're a small town. He's like, he doesn't understand the raised eyebrow. He's like, he just doesn't get it.
No, Fire's like, what other services are there aside from?
Well, one
Food and
sells
drink.
weapons as well as provisions for journeys.
Cool.
You can acquire goods and trade.
The other one sells company.
The other one is the mausoleum where our mayor lives.
Well, yes, we know that. You made it sound so suspicious. It sounds fine.
That was not my intention, I assure you. Like, this guy's quite tall. He's like 7 foot. He's like looking down at you guys, but he's just like a
You made him sound suspicious.
pleasant, like
What sort
pleasant
of horns does he
demeanor.
have?
Hey,
What sort of horns does he have?
the long
Like
straight ones, just a
eyeballs.
little bit of.
Like,
Yeah, I guess.
oh,
Yeah.
amazing. What's his name?
Steve.
What's your name?
Fuck. This is why I have them a bunch of random names written down for just such an
She
occasion.
reaches out her hand. Her tiny little hand is like, "What's your name? I'm Fire."
Brass. BR. R-R-R-R-A-S-K.
Brask.
Blast away!
You know, if you've got any questions, just brask away.
It's Urik.
Oh, how do I spell that, though?
Ooh.
How do you want to spell it?
Rick.
U-R-R-I-K.
Is it Father Ulrich or Brother Ulrich?
We don't do titles here.
It's Father Urik.
Daddy Ulrich.
Had to make
I
it
knew
weird.
someone was going to do it. I didn't expect it to be you.
I was about to write Daddy Urik.
I'm running out of words. Daddy.
You're just gonna do it in fucking air quotes. Just
The
Daddy.
DM is corrupt enough without your influences.
Well, it's there now.
people like brap.
Daddy Ulrich. Does he shake her hand, by the way? She's reached out her tiny little hand.
Oh, he does. You know.
Adorable.
That's what I meant.
You've got massive hands. Congratulations.
It just looks like I've never really noticed.
well. Anyway.
It helps with
Because I was born.
the job that I must do.
Which was...
This is a church of
This is
Fextrus. We
very close.
we deal with the dead.
Right. What is entailed with dealing
We
with
provide
the dead?
funeral rites, funeral services, grave digging.
Like pretty flowers and stuff too.
Yes, sometimes. Just different per patron, per person.
What's a patron?
You, if you were dead.
Or if
Right.
any of your family is dead, you're still a patron.
Okay. Sorry, I don't know a lot about this stuff. I'm not meaning to be rude.
This is quite alright. I will answer any questions I can.
I don't have any more at the moment, but thank you.
Just nods. Like, this isn't the weirdest thing he's ever encountered. He's like, it's fine.
Thank
Well,
God.
I shall go find some lodgings and return to discuss business.
Indeed, I will inquire as to anyone that might need your services.
Respectfully, we'll call him Father Ulrich, but I will refer to him as Daddy Ulrich.
I'm grand. Yeah, he watches you guys leave and hits and disappears out the back of the church.
I will start looking for the golden sapling.
Have you been here before?
Not inside the city, no.
You've only been outside of it.
Yes.
Did you throw one of the spears?
No.
Oh, that's a fair question.
There are a lot of them.
Yeah.
You would have spent some time at the Iron Bridge,
Yup.
which is not just the bridge over the lake, but that area where those farms and those buildings are. That's where the farmers would have required all sort of help and stuff like that. But you do know there is also a ward on the other side of the city. You just didn't spend any time there. Cool. Yes, so you're going to head into... it's probably out around the markets.
Yep. I'll probably head back to the markets and ask for directions from someone.
You had to go the long way, because the direction you would have left, you would have encountered just a crevice where there's a lake running through the stone. It's walled off, but you'd look down, there's just the water down there. And you follow that sort of northeast, you follow that all the way around until there's a bridge into the other
You go so
sector.
fast. I'm so proud of you. Oh my goodness.
That's amazing. It's very lightly sketched, but yeah.
I'm gonna...
He showed up to the camera, but we're fairly certain it won't show up.
Yeah, it's very, very
I
pale.
love this move.
I don't have my usual pencil. I lost it.
That's sad.
That's fair. But yeah, so you enter into that area, you wander around, you find...
I have experience with drawing minotaurs.
I don't yet.
Actually, no, it would be the other way around. You would have had to go west. The richer part of the city is
Yeah, it
on the other
smells
side
a
of the
bit
river.
smoky. Yeah, just a little smoky.
Probably someone's feeling cold in the neighbourhood and lit a fire.
Probably.
Yes. So the smaller area on the other side of the bridge, that's the richer part of the city. The other side is the regular part of the city, so you would have wandered around. Anyway, you find the barracks. It looks like an old military barracks. It's not... It's probably one of the older buildings in the city. This one's still mostly made of stone, with only some wooden embellishments. And as soon as you walk in, you're just like, oh yeah, that's a barracks. Like, you just immediately, it's that sort of familiarity. There's like armor stands around the outside. There's an area down the back with just like half hung and suspended hammocks, and then in the back corner there's like crates and stuff stacked up. It's more like a barracks than anything else, than a shop or anything. But there are people going around who are offering drinks and things. There is some sort of service now going on.
Okay, so I'm gonna spend a moment or two having some nostalgia.
Yep. You're like, that's what that feels like. Forgotten, almost forgotten.
And then I'm gonna go find somebody with the look and see if I can't spend my coin.
Don't know what the technical term in this world would be, but a herongon, basically, rabbit folk,
Yeah, cool.
comes up. He's about, I was going to say short, but he's probably about your height, maybe with the ears, so just probably a little bit shorter than you. Wearing a heavy leather apron. Sort of comes up with a clipboard. He goes, Zoe, you're a new fella in town. What can I do you for?
Oh, I'm just looking for someone to spend my coin, and I do pull it out and rotate it a couple of times.
I'm sure we can accommodate you. We do accept that old world money here.
So you accept the old world money?
Indeed. What is it I can get a
Well-
fellow from the old world?
I'm looking for some lodgings and perhaps some work.
Well, I can certainly help with the lodgings. They want to be pretty. If you're looking for a bit of privacy, then that might cost you a bit extra, but there's always plenty of places in the hammocks. If you don't mind a wee bit of public attention. But work, you'd have to ask around. There's a couple of jobs going, maybe.
And you'd happen to know where I should let there. I've been mixing my words up all day. Margaret speaks clearly. I'm a fucking mess.
Margaret is clear, I am not.
You wouldn't have to know who best to talk to about work.
Oh, well, if you're looking for official work, you probably need to talk to the mayor in a small town like this one.
Official work's
I'm
boring.
loving the accent, by the way. Delightful.
Thanks.
So proud of you.
I'm getting it like mixed up, so it's some bullshit hybrid at the moment, but
It's fine. It's fine.
because
Official work's boring and generally only helps one person. I want to help the community.
well, if you want the good money, you find out what's going on beneath the sea. So you won't go talk to the mayor, get the information out of him that maybe those locals can't really get. But there's always some loggers who's looking for a bit of protection. And I know there's a few lads who want somebody to really head up north and find out what's happening up there, if you catch my meaning.
I think I do. And you won't be able to point me in that direction, would you?
Oh, well, you'll probably be out drinking at this time. And that would mean they're the golden sapling.
Do you want a down payment for the lodgings? I say,
Gonna be
holding
here
up
for a
the
couple of
coin.
days?
Couple of days, I say, holding up the coin.
Then, if you would kindly. Takes the coin, sort of spins it around and pops it to his cloak.
And hopefully I'll get some change back.
So, anything else you would need for a little bit of journey, perhaps? Some provisions?
I've got a ride sorted. You wouldn't know where to get the skinny on the town, would you?
Small town. You have to ask around. There's the. If you could look out for Dune. He's the barkeep at the Golden Sapling. Sometimes says things he's not supposed to. He's a good one to get some information from.
Does he need to be lubricated first?
No, he's very straight and narrow. He's very by the books. He don't drink on the job. Don't accept that kind of lubrication. If you catch my drift.
I do.
But you ask for any of the. Hang on, I've got this written down. You ask any of the Death Watch, especially their sergeant, Mr. Halbjorg. They probably knows a bit more than what's going on. Get them talking, they might give you the skinny on the town.
I should write down these names. So it was
Probably should.
Dune,
Dune. Yep.
barkeep, and
Sergeant of the Death Watch is Halbjorg.
Halberg or Halberg?
Halbjorg. That's one word.
Bjorg.
I'll have your no.
And he was Sergeant Death.
Sergeant Death.
Sergeant Death.
Sergeant Death.
Sergeant Death.
He's Sergeant Death, eh, bruh?
As well. Will you be spending the night here, or are you looking for somewhere a little bit more private?
I'm more so looking for somewhere safe to put my pack down.
Well, this is as good a place as any. There's always people awake and travelling around here. If you don't mind the eyes.
I've never minded the eyes much.
I figured you were ex-military type, so we're used to that.
You get a lot of us around here, do you?
From time to time, a few travellers, a couple of locals. Used to be a bit of the old world. He just sort of smiles. He goes, well,
having a nostalgia moment. I'm just going to snap up.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was remembering good old days.
he's like, I'll keep you a hammock.
Please do.
Prepared for you.
And I should be off to the sapling. And if you hear of any jobs that, especially you or, people who pay back for the old world,
He
let me know.
He flicks his ears like right up as far as they go. He says, I'll keep my ears open. And then flicks them back again. And then trots off.
And
Go talk to other
make my
customers.
way towards the sap.
The sap.
That's what I'm going to call it. That's what Margaret's going to call it from now on.
Yep. Check it out.
That's the sap.
That's the sap. So speaking of which, I'm assuming you guys get there first.
It'd be weird if they didn't.
I don't know. Do we?
Yeah.
Although they did take that detour to the church. It is entirely possible
I
we
don't know,
get
you
there
also
at the same
you
time.
took a detour around the caravan a few times waiting to see if anyone was going to join you, so it's really a bit of a 50-50.
He's
Well,
right.
it's
He's right.
It's an 11.
I seem to be making a little
But
bit
yeah,
of
you guys
noise
find the golden sapling.
Alright.
Is it more of a silvery colour or is it a golden sapling?
It's painted. So it's like an ostentatious yellowy colour. It's not quite actual gold.
They're best for 10 metallic paint.
Throw some glitter on it, that'll do. That's fine. Yeah. Sprinkle.
Yes, you head in. Most of the town, most of the locals have been. There's actually been a lot of Volpine and Canid.
That's you.
Regular Canid, not Husky Canid.
That's
Some
kind of
Leonin, but there's also a few of the Raptors around, which is your more birds of prey.
Hell yeah.
And even a handful of elves you guys would notice walking around. And more Furbog.
Ha! More Furbolg!
There's a few of them around, yeah.
Okay. I don't talk to them.
Yeah, I mean,
This
just
town,
like,
this town is very lacking on human.
I'm excited.
he's very lacking on human.
But Fire sees them and just kind of shies away from them. Just
Yeah,
like, ah.
you see, like, oh no, those are elves.
Yeah.
You're like, they kind of, no, they're not. They're not humans.
Hey, look, it's more Wait, what's wrong with their ears?
They look too tall and majestic and pointy to be human.
Yeah.
Just look at them, look at that one, and it's like, why aren't your ears like that?
Smooth skin is good enough for me.
But yes, you come across the golden sapling, which is, as I said, a brightly painted, ostentatious yellow. It's not quite gold. It's just a typical, 2 to 3 story building, the shop front, a few shop things up front, and the sign is just a golden tree painted onto a wooden thing. That's the only part that's actually painted in gold.
Right. I guess that's where it counts.
But yes, you head inside, and there is actually a lizard folk standing behind the bar, just cleaning glasses and watching you, and just cold, dead eyes as you walk in.
And occasionally cleaning his own eye.
Not with the same dishcloth, no.
No, I mean with his...
Fire is gonna
Probably.
run up to the bar and get really excited, and then there's a moment where she's like, hang on, and then she sits down and she's like, hello.
Yes. Greetings.
I love you. How are you?
This one is well. How might this one serve?
She's gonna speak lizard folk
Okay.
and just ask for like a regular drink of something like soft on the palate and sweet.
Yep. To everyone else, this sounds like just hissing and like fumbling words. It makes no sense to you guys. And he says it completely deadpan, but to you it comes across as, oh, I do recommend the local. It's sort of a mead. I recommend this. It's honey brewed mead. It's this, and he explains like it's not too sharp on this one's taste buds, but it is a smooth taste, and yeah.
I'll take one. Just one.
And just, yes, of course. And for the rest,
Fire will
just
turn-
points to you two.
I'm fine, thank you, but these two require lodgings for a couple of nights.
This one just pours drinks. You have to speak to Kolo.
Kolo.
Are they about?
Yes.
And
as it's doing this, it like grabs a bottle with its tail and pulls it up, and it starts like pouring a drink while it's like talking to you guys.
So cool. In lizard folk, Fire will be like, "What's your name?"
This one is Dune.
Dune is the.
Dude is the one that says things they're not supposed to sometimes, aren't they?
We don't know that. We don't know that.
Yeah.
So you guys have heard that. In lizard folk, in their language, it comes across as like what would be a good way to explain it? It's like the
Sandhill.
crest of Dune or something like crest of the Dune,
Oh, I love that.
but it's just Dune as it comes across.
She's gonna point to her Drake and be like, "Do you have anything for this one? This is all still in lizard folk,
Yep.
by the way."
Yes. It does lean forward. It's like, yes, young species would probably enjoy softened meat.
Do you have any?
Yes, this can be acquired.
Wonderful. I'll take 3
It
pieces.
sounds horrible to you guys. It's just hissing and
Fire's the sweet little lady, and she's like,
Softened meat, also known as partly decomposed corpses.
yeah, delicious, delightful. Trying to be.
but then it gestures again to you guys. Would these ones require a beverage?
Not for me, thank you.
I'm okay, thank you.
Are you here with us, by the way?
Finishes not
I'm
yet.
waiting to be told I'm busy.
Finishes like making your drink and gets you the drink.
Thank you.
And then sort of plods out back and comes back a minute later with like just a bowl with a little bit of like mashed up meat and stuff and hands it to you.
Amazing, thank you. And then back in common, Fire's gonna be like, "This guy is lovely. He's absolutely lovely, guys." Just feeds the Drake.
Yeah, it does that thing that lizardfolk tend to do to try and make other races comfortable and tries to smile.
But it's just-
And it's just teeth.
It's beautiful.
He's trying his best.
He's trying his best. He does not speak common very well. Then of course it's you get the gesture before he even opens its mouth, and it's like, payment, please.
Oh yeah.
And he goes,
yeah.
silver.
How much?
1.
A single. You can have 2 silver. Keep one for yourself.
Like takes the 2 silver, doesn't seem to know what to do with it, so it just like puts it in the
She'll-
register anyway.
No, she'll quickly reach over and grab it and then just tuck it into like a little pocket of theirs.
Oh.
That's yours now.
It is. Thanks.
You're gonna corrupt the lizard person.
That's fine.
Yes, that's probably when you would catch up when these. And you just see this tall lizard folk. It's just like head and shoulders above the others. It's just like, this one will fetch Kolo.
Cool.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna walk up next to these guys and not even say a
And
thing
just strides out.
until they just turn around like, "Oh fuck! When did you get here?"
Pretty much.
Hello.
Hey.
Did you have fun?
I did.
Did you find any friends?
I did actually.
Oh, me too.
Who is that Scaly?
Oh, this is Dune.
Dune, you say?
Yes.
Oh, I've heard wonderful things about him from my friends.
I want to inside check you.
You can. He's telling the truth.
Yeah.
Inside check.
Wonderful
you.
things.
Oh, I've mixed up my dice.
Whether or not what he considers wonderful is wonderful to other people
Yeah, exactly.
is debatable, but, you know.
Oh, well, I rolled a natural one, so she's like, really? What kind of things?
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Too many to explain.
I believe you. They're so lovely. They gave me this lovely beverage. They gave meat for my little boy.
They didn't give you anything, you paid for it.
They still got it for me. And they gave it to me before I paid them.
Service with a smile is a reward in its own
They
right.
did have a lovely smile. Did you see it?
I think I caught a glimpse of it as I walked in.
It's pretty, wasn't it?
All teeth.
A tabaxi, about just over 5 foot, sort of comes out from the back of the thing, tawny, sort of greys and black, the dark colours. Comes out with golden eyes. He goes, well, who was after the lodgings? This is my establishment. I'm happy to help. What can I help you with?
These two may be free.
I've got myself sorted down. I could probably get you guys sorted.
Well, that's what we're doing here. Yeah.
Well, depends on, if you want to talk to... I didn't catch your name.
This is Koro.
Um,
I'm assuming.
It's close enough. The cat folk, actually tabaxi, you see the fur around its neck is sticking up a little bit, like it's sort of annoyed, and its ear just sort of twitches a bit. And he goes, my name is Kolo. This is my establishment.
Oh, no. Oh, good eyes. Oh. Oh. Fixing that.
So, if you guys want to get lodging here, that's fine. If you want to come with me to get lodging, that's fine.
I want to hang out with Jude more. He was cool.
They seem lovely.
Sorry, I just got Tommy's message.
I want to know what's going on over there.
I'm like, what is happening?
Yes, well, if you do not require any... Do you require lodgings or not?
Please, for Malgrim and myself and my boy. Who is like...
Because, yes, we can probably bring out a mat for the...
Oh no, they'll sleep with me, just so you know.
Well, yes, we'll bring it up to whatever room you stay in, so it can stay with you.
Okay, I don't think you're understanding. It'll probably just sleep on the bed with me. It's just so you know that they're part of the deal.
Even easier then.
I was expecting no pets on the furniture.
Well, it doesn't shed. The guy's a cat. He's probably used to it
I
anyway.
don't know, you can pop out at scales for all I know.
I don't know, are they like lizards? Do they shed their entire skin?
Oh my god, that'd be cool.
He's got canids and dog and other cats
Vulpins.
like shits in there.
Yeah,
oh,
true.
Vulpins,
Yeah, but they're not pets. They're
Because we're in yelling at
they
Morgan.
would shed and
Not on the couch!
than what the little tiny Drake would do, you know?
How big is the Drake at this point?
It's notably bigger.
Okay, so
Than it
not like
Not full size. but
carryable anymore.
Probably.
Okay.
The size of
greyhound.
Yeah, probably about that.
If you Margaret, you can still carry it.
Well,
Well, I'm not. I'm fine.
You could probably even just...
yes. Well,
Margaret is going to give the little Drake some scritches.
the other one.
Aw. It is very happy.
You'll just hear turn around and there's the...
On its belly,
Sure,
like,
it was a
yes.
silver knight, wasn't it?
just rapidly whapping its tail.
Oh yeah. That's a deadly tail. But it's like that.
Almost breaks its tail in enjoyment.
I can't believe I mixed up my dice. Oh,
How did you manage that?
I just put one dice in the wrong spot.
And now you are disgusted with yourself.
I am. What if I've cursed them? Huh.
I don't know, maybe you have with that. What if I cursed them?
Okay.
Oh,
It would be 5 silver per person for a night.
Okay. Does it include the drink?
Because that one, if you're just staying in your room, in your bed, then I will not charge extra for that one.
Thank you.
I will lean into Malgrim and be I can probably get you cheaper. Just say it.
Margaret just shrugs and hands them 2 gold.
Oh, thank you. That will,
2 or 5?
2 gold.
Oh, okay, I nearly handed them 5.
That is enough for 4 beds, 2 rooms, 3
That's
rooms,
5
4 rooms.
silver.
How many? You want separate rooms or you want together? I did not ask.
I don't mind bunking with people. Which reminds me, what's Dobie doing for their situation?
She's probably caught up, looking a little bit dejected at the moment. It's like, we'll require a room.
Okay, I was gonna say because like
Ooh,
Fire.
they got shut down.
Yeah, well, Fire and Celine have been sharing like a space
Yeah.
over the past few nights, so like she would ask.
And perhaps we should just have
Yeah, that's when I rock up. Cool.
2 rooms. One for the women, one for the men.
And that could work, yeah.
Works for me.
Yeah, that works.
Very well. Well, this covers it. If you'd like any drinks or anything, speak with June, who is now just returning from the kitchen. So he sort of
Love him
comes
so
in.
much.
He looks like he's about to gesture to be like, "This is the person I went to get," and then Connors just like waves him away, just like, "Don't worry." And then he just stops.
Yeah, favorite NPC thus far. I love them so much.
Before you scamper away,
Lizards don't scamper.
I'm talking to the kitty cat.
Oh right, well they scamper.
So you just flick back him a little bit when you say that.
Sorry, I'm old. I'm not up to date with all
No,
the new
I'm-
terminology.
No offense was taken. He says a completely deadpan.
None taken.
180. If I say something wrong, just correct me.
Just tries to smile.
I was looking to talk to some of the members of the Death Watch. Do you know where I could do that?
Well, depending on the time of day, you'll probably see some through here. Some like to stop here for spend some coin on their lunch or.
Oh, but the sergeant be
drinks.
here right now.
Not now, but this afternoon, perhaps he sends to stop by.
Excellent, excellent. I'll probably talk to him then.
Very well. Mr. Athelnus is a servine. And you just like you'll spot him quite easily, and can't miss him. As well, I have paper to continue. If you need any more help, just send June.
Literally, his hand gestures like.
Okay, cool.
So yeah,
Fire just wants to make small talk with June.
he turns to probably who looks the most like they're in charge, or like the most like they're going to understand this next part of the conversation. Because what name shall I be putting those rooms under?
Hawk.
It's under Hawk. Yes, of course. 4 of you, and he just jots down a few things. Doesn't ask for names. He just jots some stuff down.
Oh,
yes.
no.
Very well. If you need to stay any longer, another 5 silver per person per day. You know where to reach me.
Dovey made it very clear that Celine will growl at the mention of kitty cat. It's apparently very offensive.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, that's why Colo's ears flick every now and then, which is probably a more catfolk than Leonin trait.
Yeah.
But Celine would know exactly what that is.
Lips just.
Probably just the lip curl, yeah. But then he goes, well, enjoy your stay. And he hands you the keys, tells you which number it's in.
Fire takes a drink and
Upstairs.
then when she puts it down, she's got like a little moustache. Thank you!
They seem nice.
Very lovely.
I hand the
like
keys.
I'm gonna go talk to June again.
Yeah,
I will come
she'll
with.
take the keys. Yeah.
See if all the happy things, all the wonderful things are true.
You say that, and Fire just straight up just starts talking to June and Lizardfolk and starts doing her weird hissing like stuff again.
Yeah, it's like now that you're actually seeing this going on, you're like, wow, this is what the fuck.
She went from going, okay, to which is
And
very
Lizard
funny.
Folk does the same thing back, just sounds completely deadpan. But
Yeah.
the way Fire is like expressing, you're like, there's some crazy conversation happening.
I would just start putting the. You don't say, but in undercommon.
And June does not even register that you're there.
Fire just gives you this weird like, wrong timing, dude.
I will see you in the morning. I say this to Celine, and
Yep.
I'm staying at the church, and I leave.
Thank you, Hawk.
You're welcome.
Hawk's like the mum of the group now. I hope you know that. Literally taking care of all the kids in this group.
Yeah, my other character in the other campaign is the freaking leader.
Never wanted to
Your
be.
other character in the other campaign is the one that's always getting us into trouble.
Yeah, that's true too.
But I tend to get us out of the trouble eventually as well.
That's true.
I still remember the time that you tried to do a rogue thing and use a dagger to stop your fall while you were going down.
It was glorious, alright?
Yes, when you hit the ground
it's
in
gold.
a muddy heap.
So yes, you have a bit of a conversation with June. I'm assuming, just asking about the locals and the town.
Just small talk.
Small
She's
talk?
just excited. She hasn't spoken to a lizard
Yeah.
folk for a while, and I'm about to ask you a question regarding that too.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep my eye out for this Volpine.
Servine.
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 The other one, yeah. That's gonna get confusing.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Thanks, I hate it.
You're welcome.
I love it.
Yeah, so eventually, are you just going to hang around and have drinks, or what are you going to do? So you've got time to kill, basically, until people start turning up.
Well, I was told to. Actually, I will mention to the others that are here. So I heard that if we're looking to make some coin, that the loggers could always do with some protection.
Who are you asking this?
I'm talking to these two.
Mulgrim and
Yeah,
Fire.
okay.
Free. Celine's
Didn't
there
you
as well.
already bugger up?
Oh,
with
yeah.
Celine.
Oh,
is-
Celine.
Yeah, no, Hawk left, but Selena's still hanging around.
Well, that would certainly pass the time.
I might be able to get some more work lined up, but you know.
I will.
Okay.
I think it'd be cool.
Yeah.
See how it goes, see how it goes.
I wouldn't mind it. Did you see any, like, animal places around while you were finding your way to the barracks?
I mean, the barracks always has room.
No, like, places with animals, like a
Like. A
a
pet
farm.
store?
I
Was there a dog
guess
play
so.
park?
Yeah. Just like, I don't know, a place for,
A farm pen?
I guess so. Like someone who deals with animals.
There's all the farmers.
I'll have to talk to them then.
One of the loggers might have experience dealing with animals.
You really just want me to help these loggers, don't you? You
I
can,
just
you
wanna
can be honest.
I just want to be involved.
No, fair.
Feeling a little left out.
You want to be involved in the wood,
Oh my god.
the wood stacks.
Is that,
No, it's
Is that-
fine, it's fine.
At
Anyway.
his age, it's the only wood he gets.
Yeah, well. And after a very long time as well.
I'm not a lumberer. I don't do wood.
Oh, so you don't have experience with wood?
I mean, handles, yes, but
Is there
that's about
petting
it.
zoo?
Hey.
Dummies like petting zoo.
Yeah, is there a petting zoo? No, don't answer that question.
Just with goats and sheep.
Be a bad idea.
Old world goats.
Oh
Does
my
Celine
God.
have anywhere that she
Imagine
wants
if
to go?
It was, races pretending to be those animals.
Phone just died.
I don't know how to feel about that. Fire was only asking because she was hoping to find someone that could help her train her drake. She's not having a lot of luck at the moment.
Maybe you could seek out some Vikings.
What's Viking? Oh my gosh, is that a reference I don't get?
It's a How to Train Your Dragon reference.
Oh, okay. It's a joke I should have gotten.
Pretty Dragonborn.
No, that's completely different reference altogether.
But it's still a great
Yes, so anyway, you guys, obviously, you're killing a bit of time. You get a couple of drinks and...
I want to look around
small talk
for
and stuff.
some betting on particular insects.
What?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
On insects. Gotcha.
not
Probably
insects.
not here. You don't see anyone who
Probably
tends to...
birds.
Yeah.
I asked for a cabbage leaf.
Yeah. Cabbage leaf.
Domiki.
The lizard folk just looks at you and blinks a couple of times and then just walks off without saying anything.
You scared my friend off.
He's getting a cabbage leaf.
Why?
I put the matchbox on the table, on the bench.
What's in that?
Would you like to see?
The drake's sniffing the box, so...
It's not for you.
Noise. Oh my god.
What?
The noise that
yeah.
you just made.
Yeah. So June comes back a minute later with just one lettuce leaf. And just hands it to
Excellent. Well, and I open it up fully, and there's a beetle in there.
What is that?
It's a beetle.
What's a beetle? And don't say that.
I mean, it is that, but It's one of the ways I make money.
But by letting it eat a leaf.
The
No.
confusion is real.
No. It eats the leaf to be alive.
Well, that makes sense. But how does it make you money then?
By fighting
Is it pure gold?
No.
Well,
It fights other beetles.
that's not nice.
I mean, it is if I win.
Well, no, the poor beetles.
They...
Did you ever let it out of the box to actually enjoy its life? Did you ever think about that?
It's a bug.
It's a living creature. Would you like to be in a box all the time, fed a single cabbage or lettuce leaf every, 5 days?
There was none on the road.
Maybe you should have let it out of the box then.
It's dangerous out there.
Plenty of grass.
Do you know the usual life expectancy of one of these things out in the wild?
Probably a lot less when it's sitting in a fucking box.
A lot less. In the box, it's safe.
From what? Diseases or air?
Birds.
I don't like the fact that you keep it in a box.
You got a better way to keep it?
Maybe on your shoulder. Or
It
in your hood.
It might get crushed.
Put it in your pocket.
It might get crushed or scooped up by some sort of winged beastie.
Keep it in your hands.
How am I supposed to crush hill giant heads if I'm busy got a beetle in my hands?
Put it back in your pocket.
Is the box bigger on the inside?
I don't know. I haven't tried going inside.
A conversation I did not know I needed.
I just don't think it's right keeping it in a box. It deserves freedom at least once a day. It's safe in here. I don't see any birds in here. There are no bird folk in there, are there?
Yes. There is one.
Oh shit!
He's at the other. He's completely oblivious, you guys. The other end of the tavern,
So, yeah.
drinking and chatting away with someone
Wait,
else. But
I
yeah.
don't see any birds in here. I'm just...
I don't see any birds in here.
So what you're saying is...
I didn't previously see any birds in here.
What you're saying is you'll be happy with it if he takes it out every day.
Once a day, for at least an hour.
Okay, but if anything happens to it, I'm blaming you.
That's fine. I just don't think it's fair. Look, how would you feel cooped up in a box?
And every now and then I just pick it up and just stop it just from wandering off and just put it back on top of the box.
The Drake, this is the counter, and the Drake's just like... watching it as it's moving around.
And I just occasionally just...
Can I hold it? Oh, it tickles. Oh, I don't like that.
It's smelling you.
I don't like the tickly feelings.
How else is it supposed to smell you?
Why does it have to tickle? It doesn't tickle when I smell things.
And I literally just... Next to fire, I just lean up and just rub the beard.
No. Take your bug, take your beard. Jesus. Oh, no.
Some of us got hair.
But do you sniff people with your beard?
I do now.
Usually when I have to sniff people, I have to get close and they feel the beard anyway.
Have you ever considered, like, pushing it away or tying it up or, like, braiding it? I can braid it for
It
you.
is tied up.
Is it? Well, it still tickles.
It's a beard.
I don't have one, so I don't know what it's like. Kind of envious, but it's fine. She finishes the rest of her drink. She gets another moustache.
You've not had many suitors, have you?
What's a suitor? This conversation is
I don't know whether
derailed.
this is going to
Just
be...
in my head, it's probably not accurate, but I just see Celine doing that cat thing. Was like, ooh. It's like, ooh, can I just ask that?
Yeah. Fire is looking you dead on, like, what is it?
Straightens up. Well, we have this thing. It depends on whether you're in the old world or the new world. We call this the new world. Those of us from the old world, like me, I'm from the old world. And
You've
suitor.
mentioned how old you are, yes.
No, the old world is in the location. And I pull up the map and then just point to there.
That's a long way away. No wonder you're old. It would have taken you a long time to get from there to here.
And then there was a war.
So he will show you what a suitor is. Fair enough.
She probably leans in. It's like, I'll explain it to you later.
I'm doing it! No! Go back to your...
Fire's gonna
lion friend.
just like turn to Dune, who I'm assuming is still there, and just in lizard folk, just like going from like sweet talking to like, and just ask for another drink. How much is that, though?
How much were the drinks?
If he's entertained, can I get it for you?
It's just like a few copper. 4 copper.
Alright, I'll chuck it over.
And it's different from race to race. Sometimes a suitor is, they'll do a dance, sometimes they'll recite poetry, but it's somebody who's trying to... I mean, if I'm being crass, it's somebody trying to get into your pants, but if I'm being romantic, it's somebody who looks at you, sees the soul behind the glass on your face, and just wants to entwine with it.
She's looking at you like deadpan, like, that doesn't make sense. There's nothing exciting in my pants. I could just empty my pockets and that'd be getting in my pants. I can just show them what's in my pockets.
It's a turn of phrase. Probably, maybe it doesn't translate well into trade speak.
She turns to June and she's like, do you know what he's talking
I'm
about?
glad my character's not there for this.
He drops in lizard
laughing.
focus like he's talking about people who want to have sex with you and mate and breed.
You could have just said that. She turns to you in common and is just having a go. You're like, you could have just said that.
What did he say?
What you said, but in simpler terms.
What did he say? What did you say?
You can tell them I'm not saying those words.
He repeats it to you in lizard folk. Just deadband.
That's what he said.
And I in undercover just like, I don't understand that.
Talking about the dance with no clothes. That one. You could have just said that.
And continuing in undercommon, I'm like, do you speak a language I can speak? Or is it just all the... I don't even know what language you're speaking.
Oh, we have a very interesting question. Who in the campaign is the chaotic one? That is to be determined.
That's a really...
Majority of them.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a really interesting question in this campaign. Everyone's got their own weird little habits and stuff that... it's hard to say, really.
I mean,
Let us know.
It's just a chaotic party, yeah.
Who asked that?
Go to Patreon.
Players of characters, yeah.
The Breakfast Dragon 16. And yeah, players of characters. Good question. Good question.
Yeah.
I mean, I think most of us have ADHD or autism or both.
I
So
forgot how we got onto the topic of suitors, but
See, Malcolm could have said something, but he thought it was funny and not to say.
I respect that. I respect that.
I was talking
Yes,
about,
it's probably still too early in the campaign to determine who's the most chaotic at the moment.
You've not felt beard on your face, so I'm assuming you've not had a suitor.
That's how the
I'm
conversation
really
started.
glad Hawk isn't there because she'd be pissing herself laughing.
Like you are yourself.
Celine is probably trying not to laugh and is probably just gonna like turn
No,
the whole
Celine's been
story
happy
later.
growling apparently.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. Yes.
Character.
So, have you had any suitors now that we've asked the question?
She takes a moment to think about it and she just...
People who have...
No.
I mean,
I say again in undercommon, looking deadpan at the lizard folk, just like, whatever you said before. Does he understand undercommon? Does he respond in
He
any way?
doesn't seem to respond to it.
Dobie, don't lose your beetle.
Oh
yeah!
Oh yeah. He does not respond to anything when he's speaking undercommon.
I don't know undercommon, so you just...
I'm pretty sure I'm the only one here who does.
Probably.
Except for, I don't know, maybe some random patron over there. Who's like,
Which we've been screaming this
He's
conversation
like
out, so...
writing everything down. Wow, this is good stuff.
I'm now a journalist!
writing stuff down for the stand-up act.
Well, it's not...
I don't know, maybe they write racing novels and we're giving them all the ideas.
Probably. Look, I'll be honest. I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure you'd know,
I don't
unless
know.
they're really shite.
Well, I mean, I've had people who have fancied me before, but I've never really had a suitor.
That's a little bit a suitor, but also if
No,
they're
you
successful...
specifically meant suitor as in someone who wanted to fuck me, whereas I just had someone who fancied me. I feel like that's a little bit different.
So have you been fucked?
I don't want to answer this. A lady never tells. And then she just turns away and keeps drinking her drink.
Oh, you're a lady!
What took you so long to notice? She turns back and she looks a little bit upset. What? Am I missing something? And she seems like genuinely concerned now.
Margaret just brushes his chest a little and goes back to drinking.
I don't like you. And she turns around and she goes back to talking to June. back in lizard folk.
Margaret is trying so hard not to cack it.
In lizard folk, she's like, get a load of this guy. What an ass.
Agreed. This one does not. This one does not speak proper.
I like Dune. Dune is now friend. Dune equal friend.
Dune equals friend.
Dune equal best friend. BFF.
Yeah, while this has all been happening, a few people have filtered in and out of the tavern. Some of them are wearing like workers' outfits and stuff, but none of them are wearing any like recognizable militia gear or anything that you would sort of attribute to like military that you would sort of see working here. But then you do see, sort of around mid-afternoon, you do see a servine male walk in, full antlers and an eye patch and a scar, or covering a scar on one side of the face.
A lot of scarred faces in this campaign. Hell yeah. Nice.
As soon as I see
He walks in, he's wearing sort of, what would be the equivalent?
Like a toga.
No, he's wearing armour, but it's probably more like a, what do they call
Surcoat?
it? Yeah, like a surcoat, the quilted over top of, so it's not obvious armour, but you can tell it's
a
wearing
little
layers.
bit like Margaret.
And then has a travelling cloak sort of over top.
Hefty.
But he walks up to the bar and just sort of like taps on the table, and June immediately goes and fetches him a drink and pours it.
As soon as he taps, Fire's gonna look at him. Do you know this one? Oh, you're talking to me now. Yeah, do you know this one?
No, it's not for you.
No, I was going to hand it
No,
down.
it's not for Daryl.
No? Okay.
This took too long, but that's for before.
Oh no. Oh, so cute! Can I keep this?
Yes.
Adorable. Wonderful.
So you're assuming all veterans I know. Is it because I was in the war?
No, he just looks like your type. That's literally what we were just talking about, wasn't it?
He
Living up to exactly what Malcolm
has a mouth of his ring and slams it down, then just turns his head to look at both of you and goes, "This one does have ears. Can I help you?"
She kind of just like, oh, sorry.
We're being rude. Can I buy you another drink or something? Just to...
Hasn't even had his first one.
That is,
break.
it's like, while I'm on duty, I drink for free.
You're
Are you
not
off duty then? You wouldn't happen to be...
We asked different questions
It's
with the
just
same
like-
line of thinking.
wouldn't happen to be Halbjorn, would you?
Halbjorg is my name, but you may call me Athelnus.
Athalnus.
It is my surname. It is my title. I am the Sergeant Athelnus.
Sergeant. Right.
I mean, if we're using titles, Captain Runebeard.
Just your voice and
It
accent, it makes you
does
sound like
not.
you're flirting with everybody.
I know. I realise
Right.
that, but I'm not. It's just the
So
way she
good.
talks.
I think she's too oblivious to flirt.
Yeah, she's just like, this is how nice people
Well.
talk.
It is, well, Runebeard, well met.
She's I'm fire.
You.
With a PH.
Shakes your head.
You have a PH?
Well, not a PhD, but just a PH.
You're Deathwatch, if I understand.
Yes, that is correct.
New in town, and I don't know if you know this, but it's hard for veterans to make money some days. All we know how to do is nasty stuff that people don't want done. You wouldn't have to know of any jobs like that going around, would you?
Well, unless you're offering to join up to the militia,
I've already fought in one war.
because I am not the one who gives out the funds. I just organize the men whenever defense is needed in the city.
So you know a lot about the city then?
That is correct.
One thing that's been on my mind a little bit, what's with the catacombs down below?
The catacombs have been a part of the city since its inception.
When was that?
Oh, some 50, 60 years prior. Not a record keeper.
I like this guy. I ain't no record keeper. Get off my back.
Sorry if I'm bothering you.
If you want a history lesson, you best be talking to the mayor. But that's not what you're asking, is it?
No.
No. You're looking to make a coin. Looking to make some money while you're in the city. This is a trading city. The marketplace is always a good place to earn and spend. I'm just here to protect the place.
I've noticed that. The arrows and spears, you protect from those?
Yes.
Where? Why? Why do people attack the outside? Like, what? Have you pissed someone off?
We often get raided by those from the north, bandits, still sticking to their old ways.
So, were the bandits here before you were all here in this town, or did the town come by and then the bandits came by?
Both.
That's not a very good answer.
Bandits from the north have always been
What came
common
first, the chicken
since...
or the egg?
Well, there have been bandits
Obviously,
in the
the
north.
chicken.
Just like straight up answer. If there have been bandits in the north, as long as there have been bandits in the north. And as soon as we built this city, they thought they could steal from us.
I hope you told them wrong.
Not as often as I'd like.
Would you happen to have an idea of where they're based?
North over the mountains. I haven't been able to get much out of those we do capture. We do not condone torture and things like that, so we can only ascertain as much as they give us. The rest, conjecture.
Fire just at the mention of like we don't condone torture. She's like, that's nice, and then she just takes another drink.
So, Malgrim has put his ears back, but I did get a 20.
Okay.
25 perception.
So it's shit ton. God damn.
This guy doesn't even seem to have noticed that you're like with these two. He's, as far as he knows, he's talking to these two, and there's a Leonin standing behind them. That's all he's really noticed.
Surely they'd have a closer outpost for resupplies and to... You know, coming over the mountains constantly, it's not what you want for raiders.
If you are asking if... I don't know what you're asking, but if you want to go pick a fight with bandits, by all means. Don't need to ask me about them.
It's much easier to pick a fight with bandits when you know where they are.
North, over the mountains.
That's where their home base is. Surely they have an outpost.
You know, I'm not very good at speaking, but I do feel like you're going in circles.
We are a little bit. What about the trouble with the loggers? Are they harassed by bandits as well, or...?
Not that often. Enough members of the militia will help them out. There are things that live in the woods that do not like to be disturbed sometimes, but... standard protection rates, nothing out of the ordinary.
Well, I've got no more questions. She just finishes off her drink and is like, I am getting tired, though.
Well,
Very tired.
if there are no more questions, I will finish my drink and return to my patrol.
Wait, there is one more question. And she just kind of like stands up. She like pushes out her stool and stands up and is... I don't know how tall this guy is.
I'd say 6 foot.
Way taller. Okay, so she's like, where can we find you if we need to?
If you're desperate, just ask any of the other patrolling militia, and he points to a patch on his shoulder. They can get in contact with me. Otherwise, if you're very, very desperate, ring the bell just outside the mausoleum.
I didn't say if I was desperate, I just said if we wanted to find you.
Then I'll be around.
Good to know.
I do have one last question. New in town. Any places I should avoid? You know, I don't want to get mugged.
We don't have a lot of problems with muggers in Avia.
That's what all towns say.
You might get the odd pickpocket, but small town, most people know each other. Very easy to point fingers.
I think they'd make a very wrong decision trying to mug you.
Oh, we know that.
But they don't. So why are you worried?
I don't want to hurt.
Well, if you want to keep your coin in your pockets, then keep it where you can reach it when you go to the markets. Very easily distracted in the marketplace. It's an easy place to get pickpocketed.
I probably should have given my gold to Hawk. I might lose that.
Strap it around the bottom of your Drake's neck.
He finishes his drink, puts it down, and he turns around. That's when he spots you. Sort of cocks his head a little bit, and then walks out.
Well, she puts the drink down. I am tired and need to go to sleep. That's literally all she says. Then she thanks. Thank you, David. She looks at June and just goes, "You get some rest, and I'll see you in the morning for breakfast." Friends.
Celine gives you the key to whatever number the room is in.
Yeah, cool.
You're like, that's our room for the night.
Wonderful. She's gonna pick up the Drake and just like carry it, like one of those the sand sacks that you carry and it's like underneath the top two arms and then its butt's just hanging and
I feel like it'd be those videos of the short Asian people picking up their giant salmon.
That is exactly what happens. Yeah, she's just like, alright, good night everybody.
You know, if you just strung it over your shoulder, it'll be fine.
No, want to cuddle it? Are there stairs or is it just like a flat?
It would be upstairs. Yeah.
Okay, you watch it just kind of like literally just like. She's determined.
Do you want a hand?
No! Good! Yeah. And it's just like...
I feel like if she keeps doing this, she should get a strength increase every now and again.
Oh, you know what? She can use that.
Yes.
Oof.
I need to take a break.
Cool. Yes, actually, that's probably a decent moment to take a quick break. We'll pick up
I bet you would.
early in the morning.
Obviously, look after you go.
We will return
I saw that.
shortly,
10 minutes.
in 10 minutes or so.
Yep.
See you.
Bring us back in. And we're back. Welcome back.
You missed some shit, guys. No.
Alright, so,
Before we transition to the next day,
yes, I was going to say, you return to the
I
chat.
would have looked through the messenger birds in the town.
Okay, so you're going to look for some places to send messages? Okay. You do find a public one. I'm trying to think, what would you call it, really? It'd just be a messenger service that you'd be able to
Yeah.
Like a
request.
post office.
Hi,
Kind of like a
bird.
post office, yeah.
This bird goes to...
So
Something
what
catches
are you
me
trying to
by-
send to where?
Sending that piece of
letter?
paper, it would have the
Yes.
Okay, cool.
seal
Trust.
of the order on it.
Okay.
Big chicken.
So when it gets to the
We send the iris,
Velpen,
the mightiest of all.
They'll know where to send it to. Okay, cool. So you send it to the Velpen, they'll see this, they'll know what to do. And the guy's just like, okay, you give me money, I send bird.
Yep.
Who is this guy?
I don't know, it's just a way to throw together.
I now want to know more about him. You give me money, I send bird.
Sends birds.
I
He's a
unsuspiciously
Russian.
walked to that same post office to meet this character. You give me money, I send bird. More of him, please.
It's just gonna be a crotchety old Leonin or something, I guess.
I love that.
With a Russian accent.
It's regional, I don't know where he comes from.
Russian accent and little birds.
I'm
Lots of birds.
I'm imagining
Lots of
Armageddon, the movie. The crazy Russian guy from that.
Oh yeah.
I'm picturing that meme where it's like, DM with, the king that he's scripted for, and you
Yep.
try to meticulously put in that, Polly's gonna love,
That
and
one
then it's
servant.
Moblin the Goblin.
Moblin the Goblin, yeah. I will just say, he charges you a silver. just to hire a bird for however long the journey takes. Send it off.
Hey.
But yeah,
You sent the boat.
I sent the boat.
It's
Give
got
me money, I'll send the
It's
boat.
got me, I'm sorry. I'm gonna write that as a quote.
You give me money as a bird.
But yes, you
Forget about
you do that thing. That's
Yep.
easy enough to do.
And then I return to the church.
Once everybody else has gone to bed, I'll
Cool.
go to the barracks to
Yeah.
use the hammock.
From that one guy.
We'll just say when he gets there, he does have like a spare room that you can use for
Yep.
free.
Yes.
They're so pretty.
And
Is
says,
there-
there is a family tomorrow which could use a nondescript funeral rites. So they would prefer someone who represents the goddess above rather than Fextress herself. So yeah, passes that on.
Too easy.
See, look, you give me money, I send that bird. I send the bird, that one guy. He's gonna be there for forever now.
I know a guy that can send a bird.
Where was that one guy that sent the bird if we give him money?
Forget about it. Give me money as a bird.
Why does it sound like that dude
Yes.
from Star Wars? Maybe not. If
You
I
get
get
the
to
Matrix to the look on me. Only money.
I'm a Toydarian! Jedi Matrix do not work!
Yeah, I couldn't remember the species name.
Toydarian,
Public credits will divine.
Oh, they won't! No, they won't! Yeah. So good. Republic credits? We'll do fine. Why is this NPC turned into Watto? I did not see that coming.
He's no longer Leonard, he's like Ravenfolk or something.
Raven-
Yeah,
Yeah.
please. A Ravenfolk running a bird messenger? Yeah, come on.
You give me money as in birds. The dumb ones, not the smart ones. Although some of the ones I've talked to, they're pretty dumb.
Oh, can we go for a break again? Oh my god.
Yes, you wanted to head back to the caravan?
Yes.
It is set up now. You actually, when you get there, it's lowered down and like parts of it have extended out, and it's made into like a little shop. But yeah, Avalon is there waiting for you. Well, he's waiting for customers and he's chatting to a couple of people when you approach.
For money.
You buy?
He wants to see if he would know anything about that item he procured.
Okay, I'm getting my cousin.
You have to remind me which one that
The
is.
unidentified ring.
Right. Okay. Yes. It's I can identify that for a small fee. I mean, for you, I can identify this. Yes. Just place it on the table there, and he pulls out from his jacket coat. He's got like his glasses puts on, flicks down a couple of things. One of them is like a solid, almost like a spyglass with some probably opal gem in it. And he puts his hands on the table, and he casts Identify.
I can do that.
I can't.
It is a ring of mind shielding.
Oh boy.
Yes, this one will protect you from
Mind bullets!
any people with mind bullets.
That's telekinesis.
That's telekinesis, Kyle. Yes, it will protect you from anyone who wishes to read your thoughts without your permission. It's an uncommon art these days, but it's the ring itself is still worth a bit of coin.
A lot of love went into that.
Yes, you might have more use for something like this than I.
I could trade it towards something else if you like.
You could get into trade it for the cost of some of the cloak.
That depends on how much it's worth.
That's true. That's true. But every little bit counts, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Was meta knowledge pigeon just trade it for the cloak?
I mean, that was the idea when I came here, but you know, he doesn't know how much the
Yeah.
ring's worth, so.
As well, if you wish to trade this towards the cloak, I can knock down the price considerably.
How much?
I would say down to 100 gold.
Fair enough. I've got 55 on me, so I can get the rest hopefully soon.
Well, I won't take all of your coin right now, but you do acquire the rest. It'll be here waiting. ready for you.
It'll be ready for you, don't worry.
You say waiting, and then ready in my mind is like, no.
It'll be waiting.
Instead, it
Very
turned
weird.
into Owo speak.
Oh well. It'll be ready.
Oh no. Oh, double no.
Yes, of course. And he takes the ring and he puts it in a pouch with some of his money and well, I will see you in a couple of days.
Much obliged. And then he wanders off.
Cool.
So is it the next day or is
As
it
you say, anything else anyone wants to do before the end of the day?
Okay, so it's still the same day.
I mean, I'm going to the hammock in the barracks.
When you get there,
Barrels.
there's a crate set up next to one of the things. He points one out to you, and it's basically you've got some free provisions and food, just like dried fruits and nuts and your normal sort of travelling provisions.
Much obliged.
Spare blanket and a made-up hammock ready.
And I turn in for the night.
Cool,
I'm assuming
Yes.
Celine and Fire are just basically going to bed.
pretty much.
Just-
I would assume so. Yeah.
Camping out for the night. Drake
They,
will just curl up and squish Fire.
Oh, that's Selena's. She's definitely ready to camp out for the night.
You do have two separate beds.
Okay.
You just push them together anyway.
I mean, that's up to Dobie. I'm cool either way. I don't
You
know
look
what
around to
Celine
make
would
I'm
do.
your
sure-
bed, you hear a crash, you turn around and Celine's like, oh no, this bed broke. We'll have to share
I'm
one.
sure Celine wouldn't mind either way.
Okay.
If Flash
Yeah, we'll
suggests.
push the beds together. That way there's more room for all three of us. It's more comfortable.
Yep.
Pad it with some pillows or something in between.
Yep,
Make like a double bed.
Cuddle pile.
pretty much. Yeah.
Cuddle puddle!
Especially with a very warm, like, lizard creature.
Yes. Cool. So, you you'll get your long rest, and it is morning.
Yay.
Ooh, that was horrible. Trying to mark the days, and it was like a fucking weird pause.
I said to Harrigan, I'm still going to be in town a few more days. Do you mind keeping those trail rations under wraps for me?
Yes, as long as it takes, your space will be here.
Thank you kindly. Oh, and I pull out 2 silver. Always like to tip the people I work with.
Oh, well, thank you kindly. What's in his pouch?
I nod and
Go meet everyone at the tavern.
at
I
the
assume.
sap.
At the sap. Yeah, you all meet up in the morning.
Yeah.
You've got a bit of time before you need to do your thing, so
Yep. Well, I did say I'd meet them in the morning, but I make sure everything is prepped
How early
before I
are
leave.
you at the tavern, though? Like, break of dawn, or like... a couple
I'll
hours
be up
after?
probably just before the break of dawn.
Okay.
Doing
Sparrow's
spiritual
fine.
well, by the
shit.
time she does the other things like setting up, getting your notes together and stuff for funeral rite, then meeting you guys there. So we'll probably get there not long after you guys get up.
Well, Fire gets up but doesn't go downstairs until a little bit after, and her hair's kind of in a mess and a tangle. And she picks up the Drake under how she carried it up the stairs and just waddles it back down the stairs in the morning, plops it on the ground at the bottom of the stairs, and just goes to the barkeep, and it's just like,
Yeah, I got to do the morning prayer bullshit and stuff.
I don't get to do the bullshit. It's fine.
You chose that life.
June makes you a coffee.
What a sweetie. Can
And
you-
anyone else who comes down and looks miserable will just automatically
She
make
kind
a
of,
coffee.
hang on, I can do this. She kind of just goes, 2 sugars, June. 2 sugars.
Drops 2 like sugar cubes next to the cup.
Yeah. Those beds are a bit rough, June. Have you ever heard of padding or mattresses?
Sure wasn't the lizard you were sleeping on.
Might have been. Are you there saying that?
So
to her?
this one sleeps in hammock.
Oh, that sounds so much more comfortable. She kind of just like cracks her back and her
God, am I
shoulders.
here at this fucking...
Probably, yeah.
So, like, they've got hammocks at the barracks. Mine was
Yeah.
comfortable.
But I don't think Celine wants to stay there. Oh, ow. I don't think Celine wants to stay there.
Character.
You never know, Celine might be the reason you slept so poorly.
No, she wasn't really tossing or turning or anything. She slept like a log, really. There's a tiny ant on the map. Look at it go. Look at it travel. Oh my god, it's fast traveling. Go, little guy, go.
Yeah, it's only tiny from our perspective. Imagine the people in
Oh
there.
my god. Oh my god.
It's coming back!
Sorry, completely thrown off, but it's just adorable.
Cacophony of tiny screams.
Yeah.
For those of you who didn't hear, there's a tiny ant on the map.
On the actual map, and it's just running around like a psycho. Oh.
Who's your guard now, bitch?
It's you, it's the
How
ant!
good would the cuddle piles be when the Drake is fully grown?
Oh, well, probably better, because then it'll, like, wrap around us and we'll lean on it.
Speaking of fully
It's
grown,
so good.
was the walk downstairs a little more awkward this morning?
Wait, oh, yeah, did it get bigger?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. She's like, why? And as soon as, yeah, when she gets to the bottom, she just goes, and drops it, and it kind of just, like, splats its head on the ground and is like, and then, like, trots off behind her. It seems really unfazed with however she picks it up and puts it down, like, doesn't care.
Oh, hey, Scrungy, and I give him a nugget.
What did you call it?
Scrungy!
No, we're not calling it that.
I mean, that's the name of what it is in the old world. The Scrungy.
Well, I'm not... It's not Scrungy.
Well, then give it a name, otherwise...
I don't know what to call it!
Then it's Scrungy!
Why are you yelling at me? It's too early for this! And she turns away from you and just takes a sip of her coffee and she looks at you just like, oh.
I give more scritches to Scrungy.
Call it Scrungy one more time.
Did I miss something
Scrungy.
yesterday?
She pulls out the... What was it? The rod. The pole of collapse.
Collapsing.
Do you want this?
Celine's is like, a lot of awkward conversations.
I like to think you go to do it, nothing happens. Like,
Enough
you
said.
gotta flick the latch first.
In your face.
I mean, you could try.
Hilarious conversations, but awkward.
You want some of this?
Just filling in Hawk.
Oh, hello. Good morning. When did you get here?
Just now.
Convenient!
While you were drinking your coffee.
Are you then? You'll be late.
Multitasking.
She puts them away.
Surrounded by animals.
Is that what Celine says?
No, I'm just imagining what he's thinking.
Okay. Is Mulgrim here too?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
So how do you sleep?
What is
Mulgrim
this?
had a room to himself, so
What is this?
probably
What is-
I'm
great.
scritching the scrungle.
Okay, it's not Scrungle.
He's also probably slept on worse, so...
Scritching the scrungle.
No.
I thought you just liked the tickling.
I'm used to it.
Probably got a bit of that last night.
No, the beetle was you.
And I just winked at Celine.
Celine just shakes her head.
She's gonna try and give scritches to the beetle.
Bleh, in hand.
Do the thing!
It nuzzles against you.
Oh,
your finger with
cute.
its trowel, I
Does your
guess.
beetle have a name? Or is it just Beetle?
That's Betty.
Betty. Oh, what a cute name. Little Betty. See, you put her on her shoulder, she's fine.
Just starts, yeah, it keeps, it just picks a direction and just starts walking.
She's fine. She's fine.
Don't let her fall. She's got a solid carapace, but it's fragile.
I probably should give that back.
The Drake is probably like moved around, walked around the bar by now, and you're like, shit.
Just scratching her.
Just looks like you're gesturing for. I can imagine Jude.
Jude's just standing there like,
drink, 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 drink.
yes!
You've now got like a line of
Like,
drinks.
what's enough?
You ordered a lot of drinks. You're gonna have to whiz so much today.
What do you think giant form's for? How do you think half of those lakes were created? Dwarves getting big and needing to go.
So what are we doing today, DM? Help us out here.
What are you guys doing?
I thought we were gonna go help log people.
Oh yeah. Well, Hawk's here too. Does Hawk want to do anything?
I have a ceremony to perform later.
What kind of ceremony?
Burial.
Oh, Oh, right. Do you actually bury the person, or do you do the nice talking flower stuff?
I do the other stuff.
What other stuff is
Have
there?
you seen their arms? They couldn't bury anyone.
Sure, they do fine. What other stuff is there? I genuinely thought it was talking and burying and flowers.
I do the talking.
Okay. Why did you say other stuff?
Because they only heard half of what you said.
I said it very loudly. Okay. I'm gonna talk to June. Feels like the most sensible person to talk to at the moment. Just small talk in the morning.
So, yeah, do we want to help the loggers?
June, just off the cuff while you're having this conversation, just like pleasant stuff, but just suddenly sort of tilts his head to you. Goes, did you hear the voices?
The what?
Did you hear the voices? Some people complain of voices in the night.
Would I have heard voices?
You don't recall.
Not that I'm aware of, but thank you for spooking me for tomorrow night.
Oh, you're welcome.
Does he try and smile again?
No, like
Okay.
that's the impression you get
Okay.
through
How loud does he say that?
lizard
Like
folk.
lizard
They're
folk?
speaking lizard folk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
the
we're just
impression you
hissing
get.
at each other.
Like,
Ooh.
yeah, it comes across deadpan, but because you can speak the language, you get that. He's like, oh, you're welcome, kind of like he doesn't
Aw.
really know what you were
She
saying.
just goes, "You're funny," and just doesn't believe him at all. Just taking a sip of coffee.
What was that about?
What? Oh, June was just making a joke. It's fine. You wouldn't get it. Lizard things.
Care to translate?
No. She just drinks more coffee. It'd take too long, and we've got loggers to help, and they've got a ceremony to do. Where are the loggers?
I point in the general direction of the forest, and then realize that's probably further into town.
Well, is Celine cool with going and helping loggers, or did they have something else they wanted to do?
He's like, well, we can make coin and kill a bit of time. I'm fine with that.
I imagine there probably will be a bit of killing.
She like blanches a little bit, but sure, okay.
You care there?
Don't want to go looking for a fight.
I'm talking about wee beasts. Well, probably not so wee beasties out in the forest. Have you not done farm work before?
To be fair, it probably wouldn't be
I've
us looking for the fights.
Yeah.
It might just be the loggers maybe going in places they shouldn't be and then getting attacked by other things.
To the loggers! We should probably just get going. We're losing daylight. That's the one. You good?
The old 60s Batman.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, my thing will only take about an hour.
Well, did you want us to wait for you? Or you can meet us at the loggers? Or we can all go with you and help with this ceremony.
Yes, I'm sure that's a good idea.
I mean, there's not much you'll be able to help with.
Oh, I'm sure I could look sad enough. I mean, I already do. Pouring drinks into one of my flasks.
You don't need to. Oh, okay.
Well, you're not wrong there.
Did you want help? Do you want the company?
I mean, you're welcome to observe if you wish.
I would love to. Are you gonna drink all of that right now? Before the ceremony?
When's a better time?
During, not before. Just during.
That's what the flask is for.
Oh, mate, mate.
The flask I'm holding.
That would be cool.
You do need to invest in one of those. Just downs a bunch of drinks.
Okay, well, yeah, we'll head off to the ceremony with.
June looks at you with the cups and is like, that'll be too cold.
I take out 2 gold and place it on the table.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Fire turns and in lizard folk, she's like, "Thanks, Dooney," and then she like.
So what was
walks
the
out.
joke about before?
Joke.
Yeah, they said you were joking before.
I merely asked if they heard the voices.
Voices?
Yes.
Isn't it funny? We should go.
No, I'm curious about these voices.
We have a ceremony. We're already late.
They have a ceremony.
Well, we'll meet you there.
I'm guessing none of us heard them.
No.
Our passive perception too low.
Oh, we've got shit perception, mate. In real life and in game.
I'm a little bit of a problem solver, so if you tell me a little more, I can probably look into it.
Some locals complain they hear voices at night.
Anything particular being said? Is it in a language people understand, or...?
This one does not know for certain, but perhaps this one may ask.
And who would I be asking?
But looks around the bar, there's only like 2 other people in the room. He goes, that one.
The one that is absolutely hammered
No,
at 9 o'clock.
just points
in
to
the morning.
one dude who's wearing like, you know, a worker's outfit and just having his breakfast. He just sees the loser pointing at him. He's like halfway like through his plate bacon, like, what? Huh? Hey, what?
What the fuck did I do?
Cheers for the information. And the drinks.
Jesus.
And I take a drink over.
He has his breakfast. He starts like eating a bit faster at your
Oh no,
I put the
not
drink, I
today!
put a drink down in front of him, sit down across. It's like, so I heard you've been hearing voices.
He's just like, he spits out of his phone. He's like, don't say that so loud.
Why? Is it a curse?
Well, it's everyone believes it.
I believe you.
You're not from here. That's different.
Different how?
Well, if you think I'm crazy, you'll be leaving town the next day or two, and it's not a big deal.
Fair enough. So, tell me more about them.
This poor guy just wanted breakfast.
Speak to the hoof.
Some nights you can
Better
hear
hook it out of there.
a whisper. Not always. Sometimes depends where you are. It just says weird things like "free me," and the time is almost near.
And whereabouts do you hear that?
I've heard it once or twice while staying here. One time near the markets. It depends where you are. Usually at night.
Cheers for the information.
I love your character so much
Thanks.
because it's like, I'm going to investigate this thing, and then you're just like, cheers for the information, and then like 2 sessions later we'll probably have done nothing with it.
And feel free to have that drink and any of the others still at the bar.
It's like, thanks. I mean, takes a drink. And tries to finish his breakfast.
You know what would be better than an ant?
Hey,
Spider.
Scorpion.
That or a snail?
Snail would be amazing.
I don't know, there's several spiders in here looking
Yes,
at the spider webs and everything.
Thanks. Hey,
Roll
that.
a religion for me and a performance.
Can't I just cast ceremony? It's a 1 hour long ritual.
I mean, you can do that too. It's pretty much the same thing.
It is kind of the same thing.
Yeah. So yes, you do perform your normal civil
Ceremony.
rights duties for a family.
Fire is going to remain quiet the entire time.
Yep.
She is worried that if she says anything, she's going to fuck it up and offend someone.
Yeah. But it's a proper funeral. It is actually held at the church. The Fixtress Church.
Correct me if I'm wrong, ritual spells don't use the spell slot, do they? Because they take the time to cast.
Yes.
It's only
that's
if you
correct.
cast them
Unless it uses material components, then yeah, it's just a ritual cast. So yes, you perform a ceremony.
Malcolm didn't go into the church for any of this.
No, I didn't think you would.
He's just chilling outside.
Fire's too curious to stand outside and wait. She's like, I want to see this.
Margaret eventually catches up.
You probably haven't seen this kind of part of the kingdom, this kind of funeral rite.
I thought we were
It's like a more modern, funeral procession. Dearly departed. This was them.
I thought
This
you
is the
meant
family, etc. In the eyes of the goddess Vextress.
I stayed behind just
So
a
yeah,
little bit
very
to have
different to
that
what you would be used to,
conversation.
especially from
Oh.
south.
Well, then Malcolm would
And
still be in the bar anyway.
even the empire is slightly different, but this is pretty standard here.
He's not caught up, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
having a
So it's fascinating
conversation with the guy.
in a morbid kind of way, but it's fascinating. Yeah.
She's not like thrown off by it. She's
Yeah.
again more curious than sad.
Oh, so
She's
you're like,
she
this is how the cultures here deal with
Yeah.
this sort of thing.
She understands like the idea of grief and how it's like hurting
Yeah.
whoever's involved, but she's also just like again water up a duck's back. She's like, oh, this is just
Yeah.
how.
And this is probably the most words you've ever heard Hawk throw together at once.
Yeah, yeah. Wow, thoroughly impressed.
there you go. I touch a corpse for the next 7 days. The target can't become undead by any means except the wish spell.
Oh, so after 7 days, we're gonna have.
There's a necromancer just in the background, just like, fuck.
I'm not here for 7 days. I ain't got time for this.
Yeah, so
If I do a wedding,
Foiled
they get
again.
+2 to their armor.
Is Celine following us to the church, or would she have stuck behind at the tavern and waited for us to finish?
I don't know. We'll ask
We'll find
Celine
out.
next time.
I can make holy water. Ooh.
You can indeed make holy water.
Holy moly!
It's great when you mix it with
Holy
hops.
moly.
Daryl, I got confused and thought that we'd all left the bar together, but no.
No, fire
So
followed.
Malcolm
Fire
did not leave.
Okay.
And I can, if
Yeah.
someone's
Emma
alignment changes,
together.
I can change them back.
Cool.
So did you hear any of that conversation I had with that delightful fellow?
You weren't exactly quiet about it.
Might be an adventure afoot, and I might need your ears. They've
Or
not been deafened by the sounds
collect
of
whatever
talking.
payment as well.
Yeah. We'll just say, just for a
You up for an
second.
adventure
For like
tonight?
20 gold.
We'll patrol the town, see if we can't find those noises.
Sure.
Might be worth getting a bit of rest in now.
These poor loggers.
I will go pee.
You guys can go deal
20
with
gold
that.
for an
Come
hour's
on.
worth of work.
That's pretty good. That's pretty darn good.
It genuinely sounds concerning though, like, it doesn't sound like the sort of thing that people should be hearing, even if it was just voices in their head, so it's
Yeah.
something to
I mean, yeah.
look into.
Cool. So, what's your plan? What are you doing?
So
He wants to stalk the streets at night using Malgrim's ears.
Okay. Alright, what are you guys doing?
Well, if plans have changed, I'm assuming you'd let us know.
Are we even back there yet?
Well, they said they were there for like a 10-minute conversation. I imagine they would have caught up to us.
So yeah, eventually we probably get there by the time you're wrapping up. And so concludes this, and his soul departs forevermore in the one above's glory.
Fire just goes. That was well done.
You start clapping, just glares at you, and you just see Hawk just like,
What? What? Am I doing something wrong again?
the funeral's still technically going, no clapping.
Right. Shit, I was doing so well.
That's okay.
Yeah, Malgrim would have made mention to you that if the sister
Wouldn't.
is the holy type, she may want to look into this as well.
Good point.
Wouldn't see me glaring because I'd be wearing glasses.
Yeah.
Just
You don't see it,
She
you
just
feel
kind
it.
of like cowers in on
you
us.
can,
and like,
you can
oh.
feel the daggers behind the lenses.
That is the vibe she has.
Yeah. I just assume that Hawks are always glaring, unless saying otherwise. Like a permanent glare.
Who's got a passive
Resting hawk
of
face.
13 or more?
Me.
No.
You would get the
Yes.
sense that I take the religious very lightly type thing.
Passive insight.
It's
Yeah.
like you're. Yeah. You're doing the job, but you're not
yeah.
like taking
Okay.
joy out of it.
Passive
Yeah.
insight is way better.
Yeah, no, my passive insight's only 11. I thought you meant perception.
same.
Passive insight is like a 13.
So
Well, then
you get the
You would get the sense that it's not.
Yeah, but she still feels embarrassed and she
Super
touches like,
serious for me.
A job is a job is a job.
Pretty much.
So yeah, once all that's done, we wait until,
Everyone starts leaving.
of course, being part of the party, we need to wait until after the credits. And once the credits have rolled and we get the secret scene, I walk up to Hawk and Celine and
We just assume
Fire.
Celine's with wherever fire is at this point. Okay, cool.
More or less.
Yeah, fair.
You guys would have had a plan, so she would have just followed you two.
So,
I'm assuming she's probably also camouflaging herself amongst us so that her parents don't see her.
her parents aren't in the city.
No,
it's the
no,
next
different
one.
city.
Melbourne.
Oh, that's a different,
Melbourne?
different place?
Different place, yeah.
Okay, I
Yeah.
got cities confused.
Yeah.
Vulcan, where I'm from as well.
Oh,
This is,
damn. That's gonna be an
Yeah.
intense place.
Oh no!
Well, it had to happen at some point. It
Yeah.
happens to everyone.
We've all dropped those things at some
Fine.
point.
You
It's
only
fine.
get 3.
You look worried.
You drop it 2 more times, it gets confiscated. I'm not
Next
worried so
person gets
much.
it. Sorry, good.
Not
Continue.
worried so much as I might have a different job lined up.
Enlighten me.
So, I make sure no one else is listening. Well, no one outside the party is listening. There have been voices being heard at night. Whispers. Free me. It's almost time. I don't know about you, but that sounds concerning to me. So I'm thinking we play Night Owl and loggers always have trouble. They've always got people helping. They're always handing out cash. That's a guaranteed job, but this might be something more up our alley.
It does sound concerning if it is indeed something.
So I was thinking that at the very least, me and Malgrim, we rest up and go out at night. I actually appreciate the backup and support of the rest of you, but I see the best at night. They've got the best hearing. And we solve this problem. And probably get rewarded for it.
Well, have you asked for a reward? Or are you just assuming?
It would depend on the nature of the issue and the severity of what is stopped.
I could talk to June.
I mean, you could do that.
Well, that's where
Besides-
you got the info from originally.
Well, that's where you got the info from originally.
Exactly.
I would assume if it's a problem with something like this plaguing the town, it might be more up the mayor's alley than June's.
It could be.
Plus, there's always the fact that reward is not necessarily from the people who give you the job. Loot is loot.
I don't like taking people's things without their permission.
They're dead, they don't need it anymore.
You're right, but what if we find them
You really are
alive?
such a good boy. I imagine that, like, conflicted thoughts at once, like, don't patronize me, but also, I'm the good boy.
I'm a good boy. I mean, we could. I can still talk to June and see if he knows anything else.
He'll probably just direct you to townsfolk.
That's fine. I guess the more townsfolk we find that have had experience with it could always point us in a better direction.
Sure.
If you want to go and talk to the mayor, you can do that. I'm not great at talking to officials. Or don't, that's fine.
I don't think any of us are great at talking to officials except maybe
Maybe Hawk and Celine.
those would be the only two.
Gesturing vaguely at the sister.
Yeah.
I tend to get in
May not
trouble
visit
with
the mayor.
authorities.
I am happy to look around the townsfolk and talk to them. They're more my speed.
Well, you and Celine go talk to the mayor.
Can you show me where
We can go with this
the
one, get some more information,
in the
or we
marketplace
can maybe spend an hour
around
getting some more
taverns?
information, then we
Right.
go sleep up.
Show me
Make
where
sure
they
we're
are
bushy-tailed.
on the map to each other.
The tavern and
It's
marketplace.
it's
Yeah.
a saying from the old
Marketplace
one. I
is
wasn't
this
trying to
region,
insinuate at your tail.
Yep.
I'm not a squirrel,
And the
it's
tavern
fine.
was.
You do kind of have a fluffier tail than most
Where did I put
candidates.
It is very
Comes with the
Yeah, it would have
territory.
been here somewhere. It was one of those ones.
Okay, and you said there was like a river running
Is that a
through
marking joke?
No.
the town, right?
It could be.
Or through the rock at least.
I'm sorry, I don't spend a lot of time around the Beast King. Or the goblins, for that matter.
Canid claim and mark land the same as any other race.
With
Can
a
I
flag.
do a...
Fences and a flag, gotcha. And,
What are they, the British?
and,
Oh,
occasion- and occasionally a bit of steel. So,
Would
yeah,
those
British.
be
We now claim this.
above the
the name of
would they be
England.
above the waterway?
What's that?
Would both areas be above the waterway?
This solid line here is the waterway.
That's the waterway. Okay, I
Yeah,
thought that
that's
was
the lake.
a road.
Or river.
So that's a no then.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we follow this one around for a little bit while they talk to townsfolk, and then we go take a long rest. So we're bright out and bushy tailed for the night.
Alright.
Yep.
I'll go
With
see if I
Celine
can-
talk to the mayor.
audience with Cedar Hill.
The mayor.
Yes,
I am going to.
There's no Merif in this parts.
I'm going to flip my jacket inside out.
Going back into investigative mode rather than work mode. Fair enough. Cool. Can you roll me a investigation?
For
You can roll the investigation with advantage because you are getting help from these two.
Okay.
Just to chat to townsfolk and stuff, see what
I
information
was
you
about
do
to say, have
sort
one
of
of our
get.
dice since you're doing advantage.
Oh, cool.
I think
Am I
it's
doing
cool.
investigation?
It's nothing to do with
Investigation.
the order.
Hell yeah.
So why would I work
Yeah,
with
that's right. Yeah.
That's a 19.
19? Okay.
Can
you,
You helped with 3, that's fine.
you ask a few people. A lot of the locals are just like shrug it off, like, "Oh, we don't know what you're talking about. There's no voices, no."
No voices, no! What
Can
Some-
I
even on about?
insight that?
I'm with.
I was gonna say it's some of them are just sort of nervous about it and don't want to talk about it.
21.
Yes, there are a couple that are nervous about it and don't want to talk about it. So you get the impression that more people probably know about it. Some genuinely don't know, or they're like, "Oh, that's just rumor." Some people just started spreading. It's nothing. But you do get a couple of people like, "Yeah, I've heard. I have heard the voices. You know."
Do you hear the voices too?
Was it,
It's like,
was
well,
it just at the tavern, or is it kind of everywhere?
oh, it's like I heard it over at Elm Place, the other side of the city.
Right. Was it the same thing as, like, what, Free Me and all
I keep-
that?
I heard leave this place,
Leave this place. Right.
and then I, left. I went home.
And one of us heard,
It was
I
sim-
send
I
the
said-
bird. Give coin, I send bird. Turns out it's just him in the catacombs at night.
Celine would like to get a new. Would like to stop and get a new shirt before the mayor. Apparently, she wants to look nice and
Okay,
prim and
yeah.
proper for the mayor. Which
Yes,
fair enough.
there is a marketplace where the Avalon is set up. You can pick up a nice, not too expensive shirt.
Ooh, she could go
The market's there, so yeah, you can do that. I'll say it cost you a silver, not much at all.
So Hawk is still with the group investigating the villages for information, right?
Yes.
Yes.
As we're walking around,
Hmm.
does it look like there might be several entrances to the underground?
There are a couple of places near the centre which look like sewer access.
Yep.
You sort of decorative buildings, just like fenced off, barred gates. Yeah, a couple of places here and there. There's a few spread out around the city for like sewer access.
That'll be a place I get to use my stone cutting.
Yeah, so you get a few people, you ask a few people, get the same sort of responses. They either don't believe it, think it's rumor, or they're like, "Yeah, I've heard these weird things." It's
Okay.
yeah.
And is it kind of like, are we getting the idea that they're hearing this voice all over the place, or is it just specific locations?
Around the city.
Just around.
Some people are like, "Yeah, I heard it near the same tavern." Some are like, "I heard it the other side of the river." Some was like, "I heard it when I was at the mayor's office." Like, yeah.
Okay. So what we know is that there's no specific place that they're hearing these voices. It's kind of everywhere.
That's what I thought, which means it'll be in some sort of network.
Well, from my best understanding of what's been happening, this town is built on top of the mausoleums.
Does that mean scary ghost people?
Nah, they'd all be gone.
You sound so sure.
If there are catacombs underground, it's possible that it's coming from somewhere over there.
That was my thinking.
Surely the mayor would have something about this.
You never know, the mayor might be part of it. Could be a secret cult.
Oh, do we not ask the mayor then?
Oh no, we definitely do.
Oh.
Well,
This
you
is
do.
confusing.
I'm gonna go take a nap.
Alright, because you want to do your nighttime investigation.
Aye.
Right. I kind of want to go talk to the mayor now, because now I'm invested.
Very
Good
well.
boy, do you want to make a cuddle pile?
Y'all didn't see it, but the face was priceless.
I got a hammock at the barracks.
I'm fine in the bed. It might not be as comfy as a hammock, but it's comfier than what I usually sleep on.
Suit yourself. Do you want to meet at the barracks or at the D.A.P?
Could always be.
Is the marketplace in the middle of both, sort of?
Pretty well.
Yeah, more or less. Sort of the northeastern side of the city.
You could just meet at the marketplace. That's where somebody said that they heard some of it.
Oh, good plan. Good plan. I'll see you there tonight, just a little bit after sundown. Sound good?
Hawk, do I look mayor presented enough?
Reasonable enough.
She kind of like tightens up her hair again and like drifts out of her
You're pretty much just wearing like Rangers leathers and
Yeah.
travel
Yeah.
cloak and
She
that,
does the whole, oh no, Drake, like taking off the little bits of whatever they were scavenging through, just... There we go.
The Drake looks probably cleaner than your armor does. Like,
That's fine.
fine.
Fancy.
Fancy.
Fancy. And then Celine would have stopped by to get a new shirt before
Yep.
going to the mayor as well, just for context.
So yeah, she meets back up and she's got the same sort of vest, but she's just sort of straightened it up a little bit,
Yeah.
and then got a nice crisper shirt. Looks a bit neater.
Like, before the crash fancy.
Yeah.
Instant
I think we all went into different tunes. I was going into hell.
I've got the all shiny deficit. It's like, oh, shiny.
Oh, this one's even
But
better.
yes, you in the center of town, or
So
north
worth
of
it.
the center of town, I should say, north of the square. There's another walled-off keep,
Okay.
essentially.
Yeah.
It is like a large mansion, close to a sort of castle,
Right.
and it has on a brass plaque, Avia Manor written on it.
Right. Avia.
Alvita.
The gate is open. There's no one standing guard,
Oh, that's weird.
Walk on in.
and there is a path that goes up to the manor directly.
Is it like a nice crunchy path?
It is
Or like a paved path?
not. It's a paved path.
Cobblestone.
sorry. Yeah, it's a cobblestone.
Walk up and knock on the door.
There's a few nice trees around, and otherwise it's nice.
Why do I get the feeling that the Drake's just going to walk up and start marking territory by scratching the tree?
No, it's well behaved. It's learnt the basics, I presume.
Yep.
Um,
But you guys approach.
Sister, is there a wrong way to talk to a mayor?
Probably.
Are you going to give me any tips that I could use, or are you going to do the talking?
Oh, trust me, I'm probably going to do it the wrong way, so...
Alright, let's go.
I
And
was,
she just...
I was waiting for just imagine what you think the dwarf will do and then do the opposite.
That's pretty accurate.
And call me Catella.
Patella?
Catella. K-A-T-E-L-L-A.
K-A-T-T-E-L-A?
K-A-T-E-L-L-A.
I can't hear anything. K-A-T-E-L.
What are ears?
Patella.
Is
Is
that
that
why
like a
you're
secret
with the
code
orc?
name?
Sure.
Is that
Wonderful.
why you're with the order? Because you're going to Catella on them?
Well, if we're using code names, you can call me
Fire with an F.
Fire with an F. No, you can call me Mary. And this is
Roger.
Scrungles.
my Drake. She still isn't giving it a name.
This is my drink.
This is my Drake. We should give a cool nickname for Celine too. I mean, for Celine.
Has Davy got any input
I was
on
going to say,
that?
Dubby, you got a cool nickname to throw in.
If you've got a cool nickname, cool. If not, Fire will give you one.
Otherwise, I imagine, if Dubby doesn't think of one, I imagine it'd just be along the lines of Celine will do. Like, it's presentable enough.
Alright, no secret code name for Celine.
Yes. I want to say a Leonin, a younger Leonin, comes to to the door.
I keep forgetting that these are a common race in this world. I'm
Yeah.
like, that's a lot of Leona.
Yeah, he's like,
Celine Greatweave.
Ooh, fancy.
Yep.
Alright.
So, Celine.
Yeah.
Okay, weave.
luckily you're not there. She might take indignance to that. He's like, hello. Welcome to the mausoleum. I mean, welcome to Avia Manor House. How may I help you?
Hello, I'm Fire. She completely forgets the entire thing.
Nice to meet you.
And this is
I'm-
my drink. Just
I'm just the help. I'm sorry. I'm assuming you're here to see Miss Cedar Hill.
Yes,
Do you have an appointment?
we do not.
Would
That's
you
not a
like
problem.
one?
well, yes, that's why we're here at the door.
Okay. What can I say it is regards to?
If Fire just kind of listens like, and then just looks at Hawk and like,
We'd like to talk about access to the crypts below the city.
that.
Crypt access. Understood. I will go see if she's available. And he's like, be back shortly, and then just close the door and you hear the footsteps as he walks off.
So we're not in the building, we're just outside. Okay. I think that went well.
Just sitting there going like this above the glasses. Above the glasses, under the hat.
about 2 minutes later, she's like, oh, I didn't use my code name. Oh, I completely forgot.
But he returns in a minute and goes, I was going to say come in, but she's actually around the back, but she's free to see you now, so...
Does he point around the side?
He just sort of
Lead-
gestures around the side of the building, yeah.
Alright.
You get the impression this dude's young and probably hasn't had this job very long.
That's my impression of what the Drake's
I'm following
doing right
very closely behind
Oh.
Yep.
Catella.
But yeah, he just gestures around. She says, yes, she's working in the gardens. You can't miss it.
Love gardens.
now. Oh.
Love them.
But yeah, you head around the building, around the back, and there is a nice, actually manicured gardens with rose bushes and
Hell yeah.
things and stuff. It's very well kept, very well manicured. And yeah, you do see someone crouched down, cutting away at some of the leaves. You approach. She stands, and she is a 7.5 foot tall furbog.
Okay. Cool.
Like a proper tall
Pretty.
kobold, yeah.
Pretty lady.
I can't
You just
tell
said,
with my tongue
did you
out.
say kobold then?
Sorry, furbog.
I heard
She's a
kobold.
proper kobold.
Proper kobold. It's late. I've been working all day.
We're a
Break.
mommy furball and a daddy kobold because I can't
Had to
imagine
call
working
her
the other
Mommy
way.
Furbolg.
But yes, she wears long, flowing brown robes with the city emblem on one of them, on one side. There's the long hair swept back and, you know, furbog.
In my notes, she's just known as Big Furbolg.
Big furbog.
Greetings, Lady Cedarhill.
Is it Miss or Lady? I thought it was Miss.
I said lady. I
Cool,
don't care.
cool.
It's like, well met, dearies. How may I help you?
She sounds like Mrs. Doubtfire. Sorry.
I wasn't what I was going for, but it is now.
Oh, hello, dear.
Oh, hello, dearies.
First day being a woman, I'm already getting hot
Yes, it's Miss Cedar Hill, but we don't need to be that formal. That's fine. What brings you to my lovely grounds?
Well, my name is Catella Caldez, and
Sure.
I represent some of the religious orders. I've been hearing rumours that several of you citizens have been hearing voices.
Celine
Voices.
compliments the attire.
Yeah, their attire.
Oh, cool. Yes. Oh, so thank you, dear. It's
Been in the family for generations.
yes, it's made by the locals. It's a symbol of my office, if you will. But I added a little personal touch to it. It was
It's the souls
I don't know
of
what.
orphans.
It's the souls of orphans. No, don't turn her into a monster.
She's a pretty Furbolg lady. Leave her be.
That just makes me want to turn her into a monster even more.
Anyway.
It's yes. I don't know what you mean. What voices?
Well, I'm not sure to be exactly, but
Fire pulls out her notebook and she's like, specifically, leave this place, free me, And she lists off a whole bunch of other ones, and she's like, that kind of thing.
I see you've been talking to some of the locals.
Oh, not some, most of them. I've done a lot of
Well,
talking today.
officially, there's no such thing as just a rumor, but we have had something happen. Interesting voices. What is your interest in all this?
Well, me mate at the barkeep do love him. Sweetest person I've met so far. Aside from my company here, you know.
I never had a game.
But he mentioned it. He didn't seem concerned, but I think that's just him. And she starts rambling a little bit. She's like,
Yeah.
but yeah, talking to all the villagers and everything, he seems a bit worrisome. Takes her about 5 minutes to get through her dialogue, by the way.
Can I get a persuasion? So can I get a charisma roll from you?
Oh no. Oh no. I shouldn't talk. Just like a straight charisma? Or like just
Persuasion,
persuasion?
the actual persuasion's unless you don't have it, in which case it is straight charisma.
That's a 9.
9? 9?
Just a 9.
Well, I think we know the answer.
Well, rumor is very strong amongst the locals here, and it does gain the interest of travellers such as yourself.
She says it's
But you did say that something had happened after you said that was a possible rumor.
Yeah, well, she's a little bit like flustered being put on the spot. It's like, well,
Quick, take over! Somebody with charisma, take over!
Somebody roll a D20 for Celine.
We have the Celine
And the
dice.
Celine dice!
It's
10.
a 10!
Okay. Celine is like interjects with, we've heard enough that it seems more of a rumor, but we're just here to put that to rest and get to the bottom of it. And she gives like a much more
Thank you, Celine.
much more persuasive argument. She's like, well, perhaps you could help. We've asked for help from the Order, of course, but being so far out from the main cities, of course, it takes longer for that kind of thing to get here.
Really good thing Margaret isn't there.
He would have been like, "Oh, time to stick it to him."
Shockingly, Malgrim could have actually helped with the charisma rolls.
Yeah, I've got a plus to do.
I got a minus
Perhaps you can at least take a look for us.
Fine, it's just like nodding.
What do you know of the history of Avia, of the city's location?
Not a lot.
It's built on crits. Malgrim's not there.
This disembodied voice of, it's built on crypts!
Did you know it's built on crypts?
She's like, she looks around and says, perhaps we should take this conversation indoors. She sort of gestures towards the back of the manor as she starts walking.
Fire's gonna stick a little bit closer to Celine because she's realised that she's not good at this and she's just gonna listen now.
She's like, the city of Avia was built after the death of one of the previous kings a few generations ago. It's essentially a site of royal crypts.
So the crypts were built after the death of the king, is that right?
So for a few generations, the royalty has travelled out this way to bury their dead. And, well...
Ooh, lich at level 3. We're all gonna die!
I mean, it's fine so long as it stays in its fucking phylactery.
It has since become, well, as you said, catacombs and crypts for any person of influence. Its upkeep, however, has been lost to time, I'm afraid, and most recently, we think something has changed.
When you say changed, what kind of changes? You see that she's taking a lot more effort to think about her words before she's blurting it out. What kind of changes specifically?
This is where she stops and looks around, then sort of opens the door and leads you in, and takes you guys into like one of the drawing rooms, sort of a more private room. Close the door, paces around the room, checks a couple of spots, and then finally sits down.
It's not Margaret isn't there?
Yeah, lol. Pulls out Beetle. It's bugs now! Well, some of the caretakers were attacked.
Fire is just like caretakers.
How long ago?
This has been going on for perhaps almost a year? 11 days.
Forgive me, how many days within a year? Is it like just like a normal year to us that is in game, or is the year work a little bit differently here?
It works differently.
Cool.
And you told us at the start.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I'm pretty sure you told us session 1, session 0, something like that.
It is...
Is what? 2 10 days in a month? 3 10 days?
It's still about 300 and something days, 360, I think.
Okay. Yeah, that's still a solid amount of time anyway.
So, yeah.
Okay, cool.
As of-
So going on for a year.
Would it happen to coincide with one of the northern raids?
No, No, we've been able to deal with that as normal, but the raids are sporadic. They don't have any frequency to them. And the Death Watch do their job repelling invaders.
Have you heard the voices before?
I have.
And what did it say to you?
The same things that you've written in your little notebook there.
So, leave this place, free me, and whatever else was said. I only wrote down 2 of them.
Movies.
This is definitely way more interesting than helping loggers.
We're solving a goddamn murder mystery here.
Yes.
Margaret thought she'd get jobs.
So you have also has heard voices. And she's still muttering what she's writing as well.
Yep.
Do you want to play a game?
It's free real estate.
Play with us, Johnny.
Oof.
Um,
So, why are you basing it as a rumor if you've heard the voices? Are you just trying to freak people out, or?
Aye. We don't want the locals,
Panic.
well, we don't want them to panic. And if they were to panic, work would not get done, logging would stop, our whole source of income and our livelihood would end. So we want to keep it...
No more work.
She's like looking really uncomfortable that you're repeating this and writing it down.
That's what I'm here for.
So we were hoping to keep it at least quiet until the Order could find out what was happening.
Waiting for order.
It's Romeo.
I dip into my pouch.
Interesting.
Yep.
I don't pull out, because that's a hidden symbol, but I pull out the symbol of the Order.
Yep.
And I'll
Yes,
place
it's
it on the
okay.
table.
We're assuming, don't we, that Selena's with wherever we are at the time. It's all good. You're not just outside going, let me in.
Let me in. Now let me out. Now let me in.
Really
Sorry, not the-
distorted sounding, not cat-like.
Yeah, the other one.
Goddess symbol.
No. The actual
Of the Order.
sword, yeah.
Yep. And I place it on the table.
Oh.
We'll look into this.
That would be most helpful. Is there anything I can do to aid?
Would you happen to have records or a map of the catacombs?
I
They were lost in the fire.
do not think I have a map, but records. Would have. In my study, I would have records of upkeep and ledgers and whatnot.
Well, they may be able to help. We may not get as lost down there with them.
So there's no records of the map at all? Or was there ever a map?
Perhaps, but I've not seen one. So it is quite likely that it was either lost or misplaced.
Convenient. But you have records. So she writes records with like a little tick.
And a key.
What were
I
you going
just
to ask?
realised that. Does anyone here have chalk?
Dunno.
Do the markets have talk?
Some of them, you'd be able to find some, yeah.
I-
Sure.
Margaret wants to go and do
Because
that.
there's some of them might have.
I
packs
might
in
have got
them.
a Dungeoneer's pack. I might actually have.
Might have talk in it.
I don't
Have an
know.
explosion.
Yes, and she just reaches into a deep pocket in her robe and pulls this massive ring of keys. Just like starts flicking through them.
Have you ever considered tagging them with like titles so you don't lose the keys?
Oh, the keys are fine. She like shows them to you, and each one has like engraved on the side like what it's for.
That's cool. She's
they're always
just
big
gonna hold a
chunky
random and be
keys.
like, they're heavy. How do you carry that?
Deep pockets.
Deep pocket.
Pants of deep pockets.
Pants of deep pockets.
That's a nice outfit.
But then
It has
she-
pockets.
Yeah, she's gone deep pockets and then dash need in caps.
But yeah, then takes off one of the keys and slides it off and hands it to you. This one will take you to, well, below ground. It's the entrance is behind the mausoleum.
Has anyone gone missing in the
Aye,
catacombs recently?
aye.
How
Yes.
recently?
So, perhaps last cycle.
Someone gone missing.
Someone
That's what.
Have-
In the week.
Basically a weekend.
Missing.
I'm gonna go pee.
In
I'm gonna go pee.
catacombs.
I'm gonna go party.
Margaret's not here anyway, so.
Yeah.
So, hold on. You gave us a key to the catacombs, but they were lost in the Did you send someone down there, or is there multiple ways to get in?
There are several entrances. Yes. We stopped sending people down there, but sometimes cleaners get carried away.
Entrances. Okay. I don't have any more questions at this point.
Does Celine have any questions?
Celine, you got any questions for the lovely lady Furbog?
I just love the frog lol.
Also, I'm sure if you asked Aline, she's got mad sewing skills. She could probably help you with pockets.
That is true. Oh my god, you're absolutely right. Hang on. Ask Celine.
For deep pockets.
Celine for deep pockets and caps.
But it's well. I'll show you to the study. You can go through the records if you wish.
Yeah, we can. Studying was never.
Yeah, she leads you out of the room and leads you to a big, like, office study cabinets and
Right.
things full of boxes of scrolls and whatnot.
Is it like all written in common, or are there some with like
Yeah.
different language? Just all common.
Well, depends how long you want to spend going through them.
Well, if they're going for a long rest, probably I'll spend several hours.
No, I'm hanging out with them, and Celine, I'm assuming no questions. And Celine, you want to hang out and look through records? Let us know.
I'll take my hat off and the red hair will probably just like fall in front of my face and I'll brush it out of the way and shit. And
Oh my god, delightful. That was both a player and a in-character reaction. So what are we looking for in the records?
descriptions.
Wonderful. Of anything in particular? She's already done. It's like been 2 minutes. She's like, yeah, what?
Passageways, chambers, markers,
Secrets.
stuff that can help us reduce the likeliness of getting lost down there.
Okay. So now that she's got a goal now, she's going to have a look.
Cool. Well, can I get investigation?
Roll a survival
Survival.
for going through the records. It's to not get lost down there. So.
My investigation's better.
If it's better than your investigation, go for it.
I mean, only by one.
14. In that case, go for it. 14?
14.
Okay.
22.
Did you want me to roll one for Selena as
Okay.
well?
You do find... Oh, that's fine.
Yeah,
I was going to say, you guys, between you, you've got enough.
Okay, cool. We're fine. We're good.
No, I was going to say, you've got enough. You do find records
I know
of...
natural 20s do fuck all on skill checks, so...
You find records of the early... So, yeah, you spend several hours going through them, and you find a few older ones. You do find some in some older languages you don't recognise.
Common, Minotaur, Leonin, Goblin, and Draconic.
Common, Lizardfolk, Goblin, and Draconic.
I was going to say, actually, you do find one in Minotaur.
Yep.
Real old. I can't remember what that language is called.
Minotaurian.
Minotaurian or Minotaur, whatever.
Minish.
You do find a couple of really old ones. Minotaur. And it does talk about the early days of the construction and stuff, turning this old stone mountain into basically either a mausoleum or a crypt fit for the kings. And they're like, we want it to be.
No talk about a labyrinth or anything.
They want it to be big enough.
That's racist.
And didn't even occur to me. They talk about wanting it to be big enough and grand enough to
That was
be for the royal family. There's one particular writer does talk about he's hidden some passageways, like hidden passageways and rooms in there that can be found in case of emergency, and any secrets can be buried there if the kings wish and things like that. He was quite excited about the prospect of building this.
Well, I'm going to take note of that.
Yep.
You're going to take notes?
And because you did get quite high with the investigation, you do find a note. This is a bit later, so it's not in Minotaurian, but it's probably from the same sort of year. And someone does mention a crypt keeper. And said,
Does he spin tails?
it will not need to be maintained, but it will do its job for as long as is required. And there's a hastily scribbled note at the bottom of that page that basically says, may need to look into ways to extend the spell.
Oh god.
right towards the end of
On the
when
bottom of
we're-
that page, yeah, just like a scribbled note.
But like right towards the end of when we're like investigating and
Yeah.
hoovering through, Fire is like face down on the desk, passed out asleep, and her Drake is on the floor next to it, also like on its side, just like. They did a lot of studying. They're very tired
For
now.
one day.
Okay.
Too much thinking for one day.
So much. There's so many manners being used right now that she's exhausted.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Every so often, Cedar Hill will come in. She'll see you guys are going, and then offer to bring in food and snacks and stuff. And she's like, and there is
Tea and cake.
lodging here in the. She calls it the mausoleum.
Mausoleum.
Is she gonna give us free lodging?
Yeah, so it's like if you wish to stay
Cool.
there, you can stay there.
Yo, we get to stay in a mausoleum. Hell yeah.
It's
Not a mausoleum. The mausoleum.
yeah, I was gonna say it's the mausoleum. Yeah,
The mausoleum.
yeah. When you ask like why do you call it that, she's like it's just the nickname locals have given the manor because it's where she's the groundskeeper and she looks after the crypts and it's her duty, so they just nicknamed it the mausoleum. So it's stuck.
That's cool.
Are there any sigils or runes within the walls of the city?
Sigils or runes for
Yeah. Like might be spell focuses or something like that, something that might
Like protective
maintain.
ones.
nothing you recall seeing.
I'll ask Cedar Hill
Okay, so
if she knows of any.
no, aside from the symbols of the gods and our graveyard and all the churches and things, nothing out of the ordinary. It's all. Although it's, with wooden buildings, we've had to replace a few over the years, it's possible they were lost, but nothing I've seen.
Fire just kind of like, you mentioned
Oh god, that looks violent.
what?
Oh, maybe Toby would crack it on accident.
Oh.
Yeah.
Turn around to see it.
You mentioned the crypts were built or formed or something after one of the kings died. Which king?
Oh, aye, the Witch King.
The Witch King.
Oh, that sounds
No,
good. Which
just like-
king?
It was a few generations ago.
Is that his name, or is that the passage of time? Like, she's half asleep right now. She's
It would have been Zephyr the First.
King Zephyr. And was he particularly disliked or beloved?
I didn't live during that time, but as
Are there
I'm
any
aware,
records
he was liked.
Any records of what he was like?
What would...
Books are always pointing towards him being benevolent. He was beloved.
What would I know of the royal family? Are they magic users or anything like that?
Roll history.
Nope.
Nope.
Not with an 8.
Right. You remember like general things. They're usually a little bit more military. The kings of the family tree usually are well trained and whatnot. Some of the queens have been known to dabble in magic over the years, but nothing sort of stand out.
So what time of day is it by the time we finish?
I mean,
Be getting towards late afternoon.
yeah,
isn't it?
as we say, late afternoon, getting towards night.
Is there anything else that would be worth trying to look for in these records?
I think we've got what we need. There may be some type of construct down there. Be it made of stone or flesh, I don't know.
I guess we'll find out when we look at it. If we look at it. She thinks about it for a second. She's like, when we look at it? We will look at it. It's dark down there, isn't it?
I'd imagine so.
We can get some torches. I've got torches. I keep forgetting.
How we look at it.
Well, should we go back and meet up with the others? I know they're probably sleeping.
Why not? I could use a drink before heading down there anyway.
Oh, good idea. June's probably going to prepare the best kind of drink. She's suddenly like full of energy again. She's like, yes, let's go!
And we should probably call it there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you guys go to the tavern to meet the others and plan what you need to plan.
I share all of this information with them as soon as they wake up.
You get to go home and plan a frickin' crypt dungeon.
So excited.
Over the
Like, I've got a
next
few
2
ideas,
weeks.
but now I'll have more time to flesh it out. I'm so excited.
Hell yeah.
Yes, you will have time to do that.
I'll write that down. So
You could literally just ask at any mark and be like, you got chalk? And someone will be like, here, have some. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I got this little gnome done on my chalkboard here. Fucking have it. Get rid
Yeah.
of it. I sneezed on it.
But yes,
That's why it's green chalk.
we will probably... Why Gamora? Do you want better? Why is Gamora? Awesome. But yeah, we will wrap it up there.
We will.
We will pick it up again in a fortnight for some crypt delving goodness beneath the city of Avia.
I
I'm
think
so keen.
everybody will be here for that one.
As far as we know, everyone should be here for that one. So
Well, I'm free. I'm keen.
yes.
Night, Dobie.
Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for chatting with us, Dobby.
All that screwing around, recreating a battle screen, and we didn't get
No,
to use it.
Not tonight.
Thanks.
There's not tonight.
Pointlessly existing.
That's a mood.
It's like, great session, guys. Love that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm glad we got to do a bit of roleplay and explore this interesting
Some
town.
goofs and gabs. Put up some team bonding.
But yes, we will upload this one probably during the week. Not
Right,
sure. We
right.
haven't really figured out the exact schedule yet.
I've been
but-
uploading it the following Monday, but making it live on the Sunday.
Okay,
a
so
week.
we'll make it live in a week. Now that we've got 3 episodes under our belt, I'm going to try and turn this into a podcast, and we'll see how that goes.
Hell yeah.
So you might be able to catch us on Spotify, which would be interesting.
Yeah, I'm leaving that to you because
Yeah, I'm going to
I
have
have
to
enough shit
figure
to
that
fucking
out.
worry
That's why
about.
that's why I think I'd wait till I get like 3 episodes ready to go.
Then you can let us soothe your ears.
But yes, as always, if you haven't already, follow us on Facebook. That's where we post all our updates. We upload to YouTube.
Dobie just gifted more subs to someone.
Woohoo!
End of the month, I think we'll be doing some Saints Row.
Yes, we're thinking of doing some other streams and some games coming up. Probably the content for Resident Evil 8 as well, since we did that last time. I'd like to do the new content for that when that
Well,
drops.
Mercenaries or the actual expansion.
The actual expansion.
Right. Yep.
We'll look at getting into that.
I'm not buying
But
you the
yeah.
season pass for this one. I bought you it for the last one.
I'll buy that time. But yes, thanks for coming.
Thanks,
We'll see you guys in a fortnight.
Bye!
End stream button.
How do I do things? That's how I do things.
Thank you.
Alright,
That's
bye-bye.
Bye.
Why do I do things?